Our Savior.
Holy, 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 another Savior.
Another Savior.
Holy, 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 another Savior.
Well, this is MoBM. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and Ipob families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out. Holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Yamadika, Yabika, Kawanam, hey, when I'm singing along. Holy, 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 NNAMDI'S is another Savior. Gonna sing along. Holy, 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 NNAMDI'S is another Savior. When I sing along. Holy, 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 holy. Right on, fast now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, let him move you right. Holy, holy, is another Savior. Holy, 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 NNAMDI'S is another Savior.
Good morning, great Biafrans, wonderful people, beautiful people. I welcome you this morning once again. It is Radio Biafra Sadek, people of the East for that matter. And of course, you are on breakfast, early morning breakfast for that matter with Mazi Onoha. Of course, we have come to do the needful. We have come to restore Biafra. We are not here to gossip. We are not here to talk on irrelevant matters. We are not here to talk on things that does not concern us. We are not here to maneuver or jump borders into other avenues, which is not our responsibility. My job is to come here on this platform they call Radio Biafra, a hallowed platform for that matter, and preach this gospel according to the restoration of Biafra. And that is exactly what I'm doing, and that is what I'm going to do this morning. If you want to join me, make sure you are joining me solely on the preaching of the gospel of the restoration of Biafra, and then again on hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is priority number one. In case you don't know, we need to get our priorities straight. We need to get our priorities sorted out. We don't have to mess it up. Our priority as it stands now is to do what? Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our priority is not about finance. Our priority is not about the internal matters of IPOB. Our priority is to get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of jail as soon as possible. If you are deviating, if you are doing any other thing beside what I've just said now, you are the enemy. I keep telling you this. If you are not preaching hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you are preaching something else, and you are into squabbles, and you are into issues that does not concern you, yapping your mouth, gossiping like women don't gossip anymore these days. You know, gossip belongs to men. Gossip, that is nguri. You know, so those days has gone when we used to say, you are gossiping like a woman. There is no such anymore. Men are the gossipers these days. Trust me when I tell you. So what am I talking about this morning? We are here to preach. Hashtag Free Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu. Very simple and short sentence. And this is why we are introducing lockdown in Biafra land this month of August. The night, my goodness me. So if you are not ready, if you haven't getting yourself prepared, and you think we are joking, just watch and see. Watch and see, and then you will know how serious we are. Starting from the 9th of August, it's gonna be a ghost town in Biafra land. You know, they don't take us serious until we show them, say we sabi the thing where we they talk. They know they take us serious until we show them, say Ipob know they carry last. The knowledge take us serious until we exhibit Nkejiri Maranye. And that is exactly what we are going to do this August. So if you have not joined the bandwagon, I beg your pardon, if you are still busy there on Facebook gossiping things that does not concern you, if you are there on Facebook talking about Biafra and Ipob finances, that does not concern you, because as far as I know, Ipob have finance department, and it's none of your bloody business to talk about issues that does not concern you. I'm not saying that you don't have the right to ask questions. Of course you do, but ask through the right channel. Once you come on Facebook and begin to talk issues that are very sensitive, and begin to level allegations against people, and begin to talk a lot of things, you are the problem. You are the problem. Not the person you are telling me about, but you who is telling me about somebody on Facebook. You are the problem. Because real people, real people, real people, they do things orderly. Real people follow protocols. Real people respect leadership. Real people understand nishi wishi. Real people understand that in every organization there are head, and of course there are departments in every organization. And if you don't understand that, you are the problem. If you are a member of an organization such as Ipob, and you go onto Facebook and begin to yap and begin to dodge and dive into department that is not yours, a department that you know there are people who are handling that department, you are our problem. I'm doing radio. I'm speaking on radio. That is my prerogative. That is my responsibility, and I do it to the best of my ability. Nobody will come and say to me, Mazi Kichku, but why are you speaking on radio? Because they know this is what Mazi Kichku does. He speaks on radio. I will never, as I'm here broadcasting this morning, as I'm here talking, I will never begin to dive into another department in Ipob unless with their authorization, with their authority, with their approval. They say to me, Mazi Kichku, please announce this, announce that. Then I can now talk about finance. Then I can now talk about media. Then I can now talk about coordinatorship. Then I can now talk about DOS and what have you. But if I have not gotten that mandate, I have no business talking about those areas, because it does not concern me. But if I have issues with that department, because it is ours, I will channel my question, I will channel my issues to the right source so that I can get answer. But if I can go and do some documentation, some video, whatever, and come on Facebook of the whole world and begin to discuss Ipob issues and begin to discuss our internal matters, you are our problem. I don't know if you get me. Whoever it is that you're telling me about, I don't care anymore. I don't care what the person did or what the person didn't do. You are my problem. You that is telling me about that person is my problem. The question is, why should you tell me about a fellow Ipobian on Facebook? Why? We are all IPOB. We have our family meetings. We have our department. We have our structures. We have our highest command, which is the DOS. We have our leader, Mazi Kanu. But you chose Facebook to come and tell me that you know how to do investigation, that you are this, you are that, you are a scientist. I don't get it. And then you expect me to listen to you. No. It's a no-brainer. Your brain, your skull is empty. Because if your brain works, you should know how to respect protocols, hierarchies. You should know and understand. If we all become leaders of our own, IPOB will be a banana republic. If all of us become leaders, if all of us begin to dive into where we are not allowed to, or where we are not qualified to, or into offices that has been allocated to other people, if we all begin to dive into it, it is a no-brainer. IPOB is not a gang of illiterates, for your information. Even the zoo that called us miscreants have finally realized that is not true. We are not miscreant. IPOB is full of educated people, illuminates, people who are so educated it's not funny, professionals, engineers, doctors, lawyers, what have you. And we cannot be seen operating like market people who are on the street like touts. You come on Facebook, you begin to tell me who have ate money, who did not eat money, who mandated you to do so. You have no right, you have no authority, you have no mandate to speak on that issue. Until you got the mandate, then I will listen to you. But if you don't have the mandate and you come on air where I am preaching, Mazi, I will cut you off and you cannot do nothing because you have no brain. There is nothing inside your skull. We all know that Facebook is for the whole world. When we broadcast on air, we are speaking to the whole world. We are not speaking to Biafrans only. We speak to Biafrans, we speak to IPOB, and we speak to all of us of freedom. And then you choose that platform now to come and wash your dirty laundry because there is nothing inside your skull. It's just an empty skull. That's right. So, this morning, I want you to behave. I want us to behave going forward. And I want us to understand there is powers to be. There is hierarchies that you must obey, that you must respect. It is called discipline. Soldiers are disciplined. And we are soldiers of freedom. Soldiers that are fighting for the restoration of Biafra. And if we are not disciplined, no indisciplined soldiers wins the war. No indisciplined soldiers wins the war. Do you get that? Because when you come to the war front and the commander is saying to you, left, you say, but why must I go left? Right is the best way to go. You are challenging your commander in the battlefield. Death is your portion because the enemy will sweep you up, sweep all of you up because there is no coordination. There is no respect for leadership. I don't operate where there is no respect for leadership, for your information. I don't care who is leading. I don't care who is on top. He can be a lunatic. He can be whatever. I don't give a damn. As long as it has been pronounced that this person is in charge. When I see him, I go, Encore, sir. Maybe Charaya. I will give him a salute. The Bible said, I want to say it in Igbo language. It sweets me because I used to learn this in Sunday school when I was in church, you know. It says, my goodness me. Wow, beautiful. You that is yapping, you that has become an investigator overnight, can be the leader tomorrow. You can be appointed to lead IPOB, to be the leader of DOS, to be in charge of DOS, the Directorate of State. You can be. Are you telling me because I, Mazi, I'm a qualified forensic investigator and a lawyer as well, then if you are in charge, then I look at you and say, but look at this guy, how can he be in charge of me. I'm so qualified. I'm so overeducated. I'm not going to listen to this guy. How would you feel? Because it's not about education. It's not about qualification. The fact of the matter is that you have been appointed to do a job. You have been appointed to take over an assignment and execute it. My responsibility is to do what? Support you. My responsibility is to listen. If I don't understand, I will ask question, but in a reasonable manner. Some people will say, yeah, don't you want us to say something? Don't you want us to ask question? Ask your question in a reasonable manner. If your father and your mother is fighting in your bedroom, in your house, in their bedroom, will you come out to the yard and say, hey, come on, my father and my mother is fighting in the bedroom? No, you will not. You will try to see how you can resolve it inside that room. Because no family want to disgrace themselves outside. No family want to bring out their dirty laundry, their dirty linen, and wash it outside. If you are a reasonable person, you must know that. But if you don't understand that simple principle, you are our problem. You are the problem we are talking about. When we are talking about to free our leader, when we are talking that DSS has not allowed our lawyers to see our leader, you are busy there like a headless chicken, like a goat, shouting on Facebook, shouting on media platform, talking irrelevant matter, whereby our priority at this point in time is hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are you insane? I was listening to radio, was it on Saturday? I don't know, I think it's Saturday. I couldn't believe what I'm hearing. People are calling in, talking about finance, talking about this, talking about that. I ask myself, does it mean that they don't care? Does it mean there is no... Oh my God. The man who has given us life, in the sense that he has opened our eyes to see what the enemy is doing to us, how the enemy have destroyed our land. A man who has given us ammunition, he has equipped us to self-determination, to fight for our freedom, for us to know who we are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is incarcerated. And yet, you don't even want to talk about it. You have the temerity, the gut to come and talk about issues that you know you could also talk about internally, but you want to come on air to talk about it so that the world can see that we are fighting and we have abandoned our leader. Now it's time to fight for things. My goodness me, I don't know how people reason. Sometimes I was ashamed. I was ashamed for you. I don't care how educated you are, how intelligent you are. The bottom line still remains. Facebook is not IPOB family meeting. When I'm online, I'm talking to the whole world. I'm not talking to Biafrans only. I'm not talking to IPOB in-house only. The whole world listens. And if you can come on air and engage me on financial issue that you know that I, Mazi will have no clue. I don't know because it's not my department. Whatever I know about finance is what I'm told by the relevant people. If you can come on air and engage me on the issues that are sacred, sacrosanct to IPOB, you are a fool. You are a saboteur. There is nothing in your skull. You are our problem. Yes, I said it. Until we begin to behave like people who are reasonable enough, how can we say we want out of the zoo, but yet we are worse than the zoo? How can we say we don't... But you are worse than the zoo. When you behave, when you exhibit your action, people begin to wonder, are there any ulterior motives attached to it? Why would you abandon hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and jump to another thing that doesn't concern you? People, we have a DOS, Directorate of State. That is our structure. That is the hierarchy. That is the pyramid in terms of our hierarchy. DOS. Before you get to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Doesn't that tells you that automatically when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not around, DOS assume power automatically. They don't need your approval to assume power when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not around. It comes natural. It is an organic phenomenon. And all you need to do is to respect that power. It doesn't matter how you hate them. It doesn't matter who you hate inside DOS. It doesn't matter how you don't like Mazi Chikidoziem. It doesn't matter how you don't like the members of DOS. That is your problem. But the bottom line still remains. This is the pyramid of the hierarchy of power in IPOB. And you got to respect it by all means. No apologies. Now, when you leave DOS that you're supposed to channel your problems to, your complaints to, and you go on Facebook, you come on air and begin to discuss our issue, you are our problem. You have an ulterior motive. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think, because if you are sensible enough, you should not be sharing such issues on air. What are you trying to achieve? What exactly are you trying to achieve? Is that going to help us to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I'm asking you. What we should be talking about now is the ghost town that we are planning, we are proposing to turn Biafra land into. What we should be talking about right now is the sit down, the total lockdown every Monday, starting from the 9th of August 2021, the year of our Lord, in Biafra land, holding the politicians, corrupt politicians in Biafra land, accountable for the disappearance, for the extraordinary rendition of our leader. That should be our priority. If that is not your priority, you are the enemy. We should be looking into your matter. As a matter of fact, I should probably start exhibiting my investigation knowledge, because I grow me a good deal to a degree level. I don't care what you think. No apology. I'm a qualified forensic investigator, for goodness sake. We should be investigating you, because you have a hidden agenda. For you to choose this time, it's as simple as that. We're not here to rub your egos, massage your egos. There's no such thing as that. If any broadcaster will come on this platform and begin to massage your ego, that person is not worthy to be a broadcaster on Radio Biafra. Because on this platform, many mighty men have spoken. My goodness me. Okokondem, the man that started Radio Biafra, the first voice of Radio Biafra. These are legacy that we are following. The great Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is my mentor till death, who is my mentor for life, has spoken on this platform. It is a hallowed platform. And if you come here and speak lies, you will die. On this platform, we speak the truth. The truth. I say the truth and nothing but the truth. This is Radio Biafra Sadek. It is Breakfast with Mazi Kechukwonoha. We are coming out gun blazing, and Chukwu Keke Abiyama is bearing us witness. We open our line members, and then of course this morning we want to showcase their work. And what we want to do, you rather to do for us, is I'm going to play 20 songs. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. I'm going to play 20 songs. And when I play those 20 songs, as I'm playing, it's going to be 1 to 20 top line that will to create top 20 charts of Biafran artists. When we open our line after playing those songs, I promise you that. But for now, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we will go straight to BMI Top 20 Countdown on Radio Biafra Sadek. Come back, and this is it. There you have it. It is BMI Top 20 Countdown. BMI, Biafra Music Industry, playing Biafra music for Biafran people. Of course, this is the best we can do to support our artists. Of course, to exhibit their work for the good work they've been doing for this restoration of Biafra. We have played the songs, 20 of them to choose from. I know it's going to be a difficult one because all the songs are beauty. And of course, I advise you to go to Mike Biafra OB, and vote the one you like. Just go there there. If you'd like, come back. Of course, it is still Radio Biafra Sadek. And of course, our lines are officially open. I'm going to give you the numbers to call this morning so that we can interact here on Radio Biafra, because that is what we do best, to interact with our people. All right, let me get the Skype line working. There we go. All right, you can call us on our WhatsApp line. Let me give you our WhatsApp line. That will be +27 740 678 412. I hope you have voted. I hope you have voted for all the songs we have played this morning at Mike Biafra OB on Messenger. Mike Biafra OB. Go there and vote for your own BMI Top 20 song, Top 20 countdown on Mike Biafra OB. All right, let's get straight to it. +27 740 678 412. +27 740 678 412. You can also call us on Radio Biafra Sadek. That is our Skype ID. Radio Biafra Sadek. Don't forget, Radio Biafra is one word. It is Radio Biafra Sadek. All right, so let's get to it. Our WhatsApp lines are open, and then of course our Skype line are also open. So you are at liberty to call Radio Biafra right now. All right, this morning, of course, I believe we still have our psalm for the day. But before we sing, read our psalm rather, or whoever is going to come up to read the psalm, I want to read the passage of the Bible where I like to read all the time. And then, of course, I will begin to take your call. I know people are calling already. But if you will indulge me, I need to read the psalm before I can take your call. Very, very important. Remember, he who read the psalm prays twice. All right, it is Psalm chapter 2, and it says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Yet have I set my king upon the holy hills of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, and be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoicing and with trembling." All right, may God answer our prayers this morning in the name of Chukwokika Abiyama. He said, Father, we commit even our leader Mazi Kanu in your hands, O God, your protection, everlasting Father. He shall walk out there free, healthy, and fit to lead the struggle as we go forward into our holy land, as we go forward into our promised land, which is Biafra. He said. All right, we must continue. Of course, our lines are open this morning, and you are at liberty to call Radio Biafra Sadek on the numbers that I have given. I had picked up a call, but I think the caller is no more there. Let me see who else is on the line. All right, we must continue. Let me give this number again. I've been told before that I must always call out my numbers, that many people don't know the number to call. But then, of course, I'm going to do that, and I believe there are people who are customers to this show, and they know exactly what numbers to call. So you can call us on WhatsApp, +27 740 678 412. +27 740 678 412. For the last time, our WhatsApp number is +27 740 678 12. So you can call us on WhatsApp. If you like also to call us on Skype, you may do so. Our Skype
that our brother to make our that platform is
clear.
But unfortunately, I don't need that platform. We have two things, like you said. Now, one is how to get our leader out. It's going to be very unfortunate if anyone should come to this radio, this Allo platform, and start talking about how to make our people millionaires by whichever money.
Where was this happening, Mazi? Where was this happening?
Yeah, it's happening in some of our places. But
is it on? No, I just wanted to know: is it on Radio Biafra or on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Radio Biafra. Yes.
No, it's not acceptable. We don't do that.
We don't do that. We should. The person that I'm talking to knows. You understand? He's mentioned it so many times, and then I think
he must not.
Time for him to.
He must not do that.
Leave that particular. Yeah, we have two things in place. Maybe he will call and maybe he will say something that he knows what I'm saying, and some of our brothers that are very close to him, to tell him that we have two things. One is how to get our leader out. Second is how to get Biafra. Well, after we get Biafra, we can now talk about how God have ministered to that our brother to make our broad people very, very rich. We will be rich. We will be rich. We will use a helicopter, like he said, as a means of throwing rubbish away. But the most important now is to get to that promised land. And it's one way. And that one way is to get our leader out. And then we move into the promised land. And please, whoever that is sharing what is not wrong is also part of the problem. Because I didn't want to look at some of the things that is happening. But unfortunately, I run into one of them this morning because I really don't want to care. When I look at the whole thing, I don't understand it. It's just somebody accusing my leader, accuse the DOS, accuse everybody, trying to get information for people to share their information. Why are you looking for that? It doesn't make sense. It's an around nonsense. So I don't really understand. You can't come and you will ask the people that are very, very secretive to come and tell you whatever and whatever. Please let them preach. Use that energy. Use that energy and preach for Biafra restoration.
All right, Mazi.
Because we don't need our house to be divided at this point. It's very, very annoying. I sit and it makes me feel like vomiting. If people can come out and start talking about this, and they're giving the other bloggers a chance to be talking nonsense. Mazi, please, let's be wise.
No problem, Mazi. Thank you very much. We have noted that.
Trying to introduce what we are doing. Mazi, Ndewo, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Ndewo. And of course, we welcome that you have spoken well. You have spoken eloquently. Let me see if I can get this caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Simon. I don't know if Mazi Simon can hear me. Your line is muted, Mazi Simon. Your line is muted. Yes.
Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, you muted your line before. That's why I wasn't hearing you. But you can go ahead now. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon and I'm calling from Ameria State.
Go ahead, Mazi. Ndewo.
Well, Mazi, let me say what is in my mind. I don't know your topic. I'm just coming out.
By all means, go ahead.
This is time for break. That's what Spanish people, they call desayuna. Desayuna is like a lunch.
Okay.
So we are coming out now. So I'm just joining in. Well, fellow Biafran, good morning, good afternoon. Anywhere you are, Samara time zone. What I say, remain calm. Plan yourself. What are you gonna do if your plan A don't work? What are you gonna do? We need to prepare ourselves to shoot down our enemy, no matter who it is. Prepare your arsenal. Create your own arsenal to defend yourself, to destroy the enemy. We should still remember our leader, Mazi Kanu, in prayer, wherever he is, to give him more courage, strength, to stand all this situation that is going on now. But anywhere he is, may the power of the enemy not have power on him. May the enemy see him and bow. May his enemy see him and bow. Any evil plan against him, may Abiyama destroy him. Soon he will be back alive and healthy with Biafran flag coming out. That is the mission. Fellow Biafrans, please, anywhere you are now, all these things we are seeing now is not what we are supposed to see, but sometimes it's part of it. But to remain strong, be focused. Remember the goal. Remember the agenda. We are here to restore Biafra. I know most of us, we are different people, but we come together and try to achieve one thing. I know there must be obstacles. It's not going to be easy because it's like 2014 when I met our leader first time. Do you know the question I asked him? I said, why did he call this thing struggle? I don't know if any of you have ever asked this question. He says struggle because I don't like to struggle in life. He said it's struggle because sometimes it will look rocky. It will look like you're gonna fail. But at last we must come out in victory. And that was what has been going on in this struggle. We passed the stage of 2015. We do everything to bring our leader out. You see, sometimes he uses it to make mouth. He uses it to talk about us. That IPOB is the people that have ever released their leader in prison. And this is what we're going to do. But this time, it will be the end of the zoo. We should not panic. But I want to give every one of us advice. Be you from the head. Be the directorate of state. Be anybody where you are now. Please, let me give one advice my granddad give to people or give to me when I was a young child. He said, all this in flying around, we are hearing, let it not be true. I could remember 2014 when something happened. I know the decision our leader take before our people in Victoria start talking stories. They fall out. There was a time when they accused one person there. I don't want to mention anybody name, but if you are a good student and if you are in this family, you will understand who I'm talking about. They accused him a lot of things, call him names. But that time, our leader did not make decisions because of what people said. But our leader said, if you are behaving, if you have this character in you, it will be exposed. It will be the Biafra spirit will expose you. And later on, that thing happen. That make some of them are not with us today. But I want every one of us to take courage, be strong, so that when the Savior will come back, the second missionary journey, you still see you there. You'll be one of those that will be counted. Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Mazi.
For signing off from here.
All right. Enjoy your residia. So residia. Thank you very much.
I'm enjoying my
Desayuna. Thank you very much, Ndewo. All right, you must continue. Let's go to Skype. Caller on Skype. Good morning. Can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Yeah, loud and clear. Mazi,
Ndewo, good morning.
Good morning. And anyway, happy new month because
same to you, my brother.
And the Biafrans all over the world. Happy new month. I want to Mazi Nandi Kanu, our members of the Oshibu President. We continue to appreciate you, man, our leader. We are with you. We are with you 1001%. Biafrans, fanaticals, men of valor, radicals all over the world. It's not time of too much talking. It's time of action. Mazi, you understand?
Absolutely.
What we tell our people, if we are coordinator, you coordinate well. If you are zonal, if you are regional, if you are state, do your own. Carry your warrant, enter your land, pay your Vumayola, not in name of saboteur. Mazima no target about the name Mekuyola. Nekurufina Hugamba, I want to buy Abronya and buy Hiola. Anywhere you are, stay there and guide it very, very jealously. Mike, let me announce our radio to our people in Abba. Our people in Abba, your radio is on. Your FM is back. You can tune in 102.1. Our own night, we have less than 1 week before this seat at home. It's just exactly 1 week, Monday next week. And it is a ghost town, a ghost town. Mazi, we are making sure that our people, especially in Akwa Ibom, now eat them. Uzakoli. These are the area of concentration now. We want to make sure that before that time their radios will be on. This area I've mentioned now. We are working tirelessly. It's not time of talking. It's time of doing the needful, making sure that the gospel, our people continue to hear the radio. We are putting both the old and new. We try to revive all of them. Yeah, Matt, before I go up, because Mas, there is a brother, a comrade from Omaka, Prince Chubuzo Ojinnaka in Ukraine, who died. And I just want to use this opportunity to appreciate Biafrans in Ukraine. Mandibo, all the social whatever in Ukraine, all of them, they did well by taking this guy, the course home. It's quite unfortunate. This guy is the only son. There's a hardcore, he's a fanatical. He died, the mother died, the father died. 3 of them will be buried tomorrow in Omaka.
How did this happen, Mazi? What happened?
Mazi, the guy is the only son. He lives in Ukraine. The mother first died, and the father died. All of them were mortuary. The guy came back. Although he has a blood cancer, he has a bone cancer, so he died in Ukraine. And our brothers in Ukraine, the families, Biafrans, all of them, Easterners in Ukraine, they did all their best and take the cause home. So tomorrow, 2 days ago, the wife just left the Yubo, and the children, all of them are in Omaka now. So we're using the opportunity to appreciate all of them who have done it, make it possible for the couple to go home. And for the burial that is coming up tomorrow, 3 of them will be buried at the same time tomorrow. And the Bonasaga tomorrow, it's not a good time for us.
That's very sad indeed.
We are calling all of you to call into Omaka tomorrow and sympathize with the family, Jinnaka family. Mazi, I leave it here. Remember,
thank you very much, Mazi.
From Omaka too. Thank you, Sunday.
Mazi, thank you very much. May the soul of our comrade rest in peace until we meet again. All right, we must continue. Let's go to WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I don't know. I'm coming out clear because there are so many calls coming in.
Go ahead, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yes, I don't have much to say, and all I got to say right now is we have to focus. We have to be focused, and we have to do what they got to do to make sure that Biafran restoration becomes a reality. And there is this very interview that our lawyer, the legal teams, was granted with somebody, and what he says there was very, very encouraging. He said that if we continue to accuse one another and continue to watch our daily lanes outside and continue to kind of brag on one thing or the other, that our leader will not like it, and to the extent of his health, that very issue will affect his health. That even right inside the DSS, where he still believe and he still posts that we are better. But if these things that is going on social media and everywhere get to him, that it will cause a very big damage, and the Fulanese will start mocking on us. You know, I think you should have that very clip, and that even all some other broadcasters should play it to many of our listeners. He says that if there is anything wrong, that we should beckon on them, that they are the people that interact with our leader face to face, instead of side talks. You know, so my brother, I just made my own point right now. But sometimes, if you are a businessman, sometimes at some point you need to take some stocks. So you don't do business continuously and continue to do the business and without knowing the incomes and the kind of check and balance. Even bankers also do that. So, but in as much as we are doing what we are doing right now, there are questions that people do ask, not that they want to ask, but there are no privilege or some like emissaries and some areas or avenue to channel those things, to put things in order, you know. But those areas are not functioning, just like some of our radio stations are not functioning, which we need them to be up and running by now. So now all these things they need to put it in place and strategically make sure that every issues are being channels, and that the channel or office that handle them are up and running, so that people will not be much aggrieved to broach those things on the social media here or on radio, because on a something I put here outside. If you don't have anywhere to kind of expose or kind of explain or receive some instructions or directives, sometimes it gets some people, because your own understanding may not be my own and it may not be other people's understanding. So Mazi, in that very vein, everything is important in this very struggle.
Thank you very much.
Everything is important, and everybody is a suspect until you prove yourself otherwise. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Very well spoken, and very well received. And of course, I understand what our brother is saying. And at the same time, also, I still believe no matter how pressing you needed answers to anything, I will suggest you start from, the lowest place. Your family meeting, to start with your coordinator. You have a coordinator, you have a national coordinator, you have a rep and all those things. You start escalating. By the time you might have escalated it, I mean, sometimes you can even inbox one of our people and ask them your question, and of course they will be happy. Like, if you ask me a question that I know I can be able to answer, I will answer the question, unless I'm not able to give answers, and I will tell you, or rather refer you to where you will go and get answers. But coming to the Facebook to ask such questions that are so sensitive, you say, no. We will cut you off if you start asking that. You may say, why are you cutting me off? You are very rude. That's your business. But you dare not come on air and begin to ask me IPOB internal issues. If you ask me that, I will cut you off. I promise you that. All right, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Have you talking to me on the direct line?
Yes, good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Thanks for being on air today. I have to apologize. I don't have a phone made in Biafra. I'm still using a Nigerian phone. So I'm so bitter in the heart that I could not vote, because I don't have access to that. And on the other hand, while I was listening to it from our FM in Abba, I came to realize that you were trying to find trouble this morning, because all the music you have been playing, I don't even know if it's the last one or the fourth one or we all are confused, because they are all beautiful songs with good lyrics. But at the same time,
did you vote? Mazi, did you vote? Did you vote?
I'm voting the number 5, but I should have voted number 4, because we want to show the whole world.
Did you? I'm asking. Did you vote? Did you vote already? Did you go to Mike Biafra OB and cast your votes?
That's what I'm saying. I don't have access to those other platforms.
Okay, it's fine. No problem.
But I just want to orally vote.
Yeah, I've heard you. Yeah, you also welcome to orally vote. I think whoever wants to vote orally can come on air and vote as well. No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. All right, we must continue. Radio Biafra Sadek it is. And of course, we are taking your calls here live and direct. We are on breakfast, and Chukwu Kikabiama, he is in control of what we are doing. If anything else fails, one thing that will never fail is the restoration of Biafra. It is certain, and it is a done deal. Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Turn down your radio, Mazi. Turn down your radio, please. No. When you are ready, Mazi, you can call us back. It is a no that you call, and then your radio is talking back at us. It is not allowed at all on this platform. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Yes,
am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are coming out loud and clear. Humanity is listening too. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi. I'm Uche Chukwu from my location.
Yes.
Please, thank you for your work, and I pray that God will continue to guide our leader, Mazi Kanu. He's going to come out unconditionally. They are not going to know how it's going to happen, okay? So that is what I know that is going to happen. But another point I want to make is this. Maybe I have a lot of things to say, but I have to say a little within the time limit that I have. I noticed that in sometimes some people that do like forest trading, something like that, they might be looking for strategy in order to succeed, but when they get the strategy, they might not put it in practice. They might not be disciplined enough to continue with one strategy. They can leave it and go to another strategy, and eventually, maybe after 5 years, they will come back to know that this is actually what the strategy they need to succeed. So it applies to what is happening to us now. We don't know what has happened, and I want every Biafran to just listen. Because there's a radio broadcast, I don't want to, everybody knows who the broadcast I'm talking about. They say that on July 28th, the broadcaster said that you, Biafra, will always remember today, the 28th of July. That was the day that he declared the sit at home. That is the day he declared sit at home. He said that we must always remember that day. So the point I'm trying to make very fast is this. Sit at home, let us pay much attention to this word sit at home. Please. This is what I think is going to give us everything that we need. This is going to give us Biafra. And I can bet on it. This is going to give us the freedom, unconditional release of our leader, Mazi Kanu. Let us remember that it is this sit at home that gave us this Heroes Day, that made these governors to recognize this Heroes Day. The same sit at home, but we are neglecting it and nobody is paying much emphasis on it. The same sit at home gave us the Heroes Day. This same sit at home is going to guarantee the release of our leader unconditionally, and I'm ready to bet on it. This sit at home is going to give us the referendum that we want after our leader is released. These are the three things that I am mentioning now, and you people will have to remember that I said this thing today. So this sit at home, after our leader is released, we are still going to, let us use this sit at home, please, to let them give us Referendum. If they don't give us referendum, we'll continue to sit at home. Okay? So I think what I'm saying in essence is this. We have been searching for a strategy, so to speak, if you want to believe it or not, because nobody is a compendium of knowledge. We have been, all this while we have been searching for how to get Biafra, but I think in my own conviction, that because when our leader said that before we finish our prayers, that something must happen. I think that something happened on the 28th of July when that pronouncement was made. When sit at home was recognized again, was brought back to the table. That is when I think that our prayer has been answered. Okay, that is when I think our prayer has been answered. So that sit at home, let us emphasize on it, please. This is what we are going to use to get to where we are going. It works. We used it before. It has worked for us, and it is going to work again in this time, in this the release of our leader. Then after that one, the third stage is we are going to use it to compel them to give us referendum. Sit at home is very beautiful, right, and the origin is going to be traced to Biafra land. So that is the point I'm trying to make. I still have to stay much on this later on, but I thank you for your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Well spoken. And of course, we received that. Caller on Skype. Can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Yes, my name is Samuel Okonkwo. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Mazi. Go ahead.
Okay. My advice to our people at home is this: you that is claiming you don't belong to IPOB, you are not in support of Biafra, you are the target. Because when we declare ghost town, what it means is stay at home. The IPOB ESN is not going to touch you, but the zoo will use you to prove their competence. They are going to kill you, they are going to arrest you, they will use you to prove that they are competent. So I'm advising our people to observe this ghost town strictly, because our leader cannot be inside illegally detained in the zoo dungeon, and you will be happy to be trading. Anybody telling you what IPOB is doing is good, ask the person what triggered this ghost town. What made us to say it? If the person cannot address that, which made us to call for ghost town, then the person is the enemy. Don't listen to anything they have to say. all our youth, you must know that if you die like a coward, I will not cry for you. I will not shed any tear for you, because we are in a war, and you think that you are peaceful. You want to pose yourself as someone who doesn't have any issue, anything to worry about. Go get yourself trained. Join ESN. If you are killed and you die like a coward, I cannot cry for any of you, and I will not be concerned about your fate. Now, there is our brother that used to call. That person used to call. He called when a person called and said that our leader was arrested in Kenya and deported and renditioned to the Zoological Republic. The brother called and said that our leader was not arrested in Kenya. He knows where he was arrested, but he will not say. Then later on, it turned out that our leader was arrested in Kenya. That brother never called this radio to tell us why he said that and to apologize to Biafrans. But he still have the guts to come back to tell us who is doing this and who is doing that. That brother should be investigated. That brother should be investigated. Anybody that comes here to gossip and not to tell us how to get Biafra, where and when, the person is a criminal. Nobody should listen to that person. All these idiots that are discussing IPOB internal affairs on social media should be sanctioned, all of them, no matter the position. Wherever they are, their unit should take it up.
Thank you very much.
If those IPOB members who are speaking on social media, if they can be able to form a group, have a forum where they censor what they say on the media. You don't discuss IPOB internal affairs, no matter how you are affected. We have departments.
All right,
Mazi. What you hear
noted.
To the report department.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Well, thank you very much. You have spoken very well, and that is what we've been echoing this morning. No IPOB, internal matters, internal affairs, matters outside your jurisdiction. And when I say outside your jurisdiction, I know it's a legal term, but it means IPOB. Don't jump ship. Don't jump from one post to pillar, from pillar to post. Focus. Do your own work. Let me do my own work, and everything will go as according to plan. All right, we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra Sadeki. Taking your call. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. This is Mazi Kechukwu. How are we on breakfast? Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mazi Kechukwu. I thank you so much for your work you are doing. So much has been said about. Many people have said a lot of things about the sit at home. Actually, this is a sanction. We Biafran have given Nigeria a sanction. You know, when you listen, America will give some countries sanction, and when they give those countries sanction, they compel them to stop the evil they are doing before they welcome them back. So Nigeria have committed evil against Biafra, and we have only one section of what we can do to compel them to listen to us and to do what we want them to do, and that is they should release our leader, and they should begin negotiating with us on the modality of referendum. So we have given Nigeria sanction. This is economic sanction, stage 1. There are many stages of sanction. We can increase it and increase it until the economy of Nigeria becomes zero. You know, so right now they are suffering a calamitous situation, and we haven't started. So this is a sanction. The IPOB and Biafran have given Nigeria economic sanction, and this sanction will take effect from the 9th of August.
I love that.
Then from there we will increase
I love
tempo.
that.
It will go in and in until the economy of Nigeria becomes zero.
It is an embargo.
This is what we are doing.
It is an embargo.
This is an embargo. It's an economic sanction, and then the people will run away from Nigeria. In fact, anybody that is sending something through the customs, through whatever, that is another area we that are living in the diaspora should be looking into. Because when we send those things, they are making revenue, they are making money. When you go and clear your goods, they are making money from the money we suffer to give them. We will also decide in the future that nobody should send any goods again. Let the people, we will find a way to be sending money to after all, the Nigeria itself banned the foreign rice, and people are suffering. Indigenous, and none of them have increased to say, oh, we are suffering, we are not eating foreign rice and all that. But when you ask them that this is what you're going to do to change your life forever, some people will come out and start giving a useless excuse. So this is a sanction. We have started giving Nigeria sanction, and this is the level. In fact, we are in the 0.1. We go to 1.0, and then we go to 1.2 until we get what we are looking for.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Anyone that's kick against this thing is an evil person. He doesn't want a good thing for the generation to come. NNAMDI Kanu is the arrowhead. Love him, hate him. God knows why he chose him. And anybody that come to the radio, whether you love NNAMDI Kanu or you think you are doing the justice, you become a soothsayer to see what is going on where your eyes or your leg have not reached. You are the problem. You can imagine, anybody can imagine anything.
Let's leave it there,
but it's not the truth. All right, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank
you.
Spoken very well. He said the zoo is officially on embargo, of course, imposed by Biafrans. At the same time, we have putting them on economic sanction. Those are great words, and I love them. All right, caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Thank you for picking my call, my brother.
Mazi Akams Biafra Limited. Hello, Tim.
There's a good money from here.
Now, I missed that, my brother. I've not heard from him for a while now, no.
Yes, I have not been hearing from him.
I hope all is well.
Whenever you are there, always make your...
Please go ahead.
So, my brother, thank you for picking my call. I say, may Elohim Chukwukabe, I bless you anytime.
You say, I bless you too.
You always preach the gospel without adding no sugar on it. You said it the way it is. And my greetings also and my prayers go to my leader, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, the man who has made it possible that today we can speak about Biafra so confidently that every corner and hook of the world is talking about Biafra. We say, may Chukwukabe keep on guide and protect him. Close the eyes of the enemy. Any arrow they want to throw at him will fall back on them. This is our prayer, and so shall it be. In Chukwukabe's name we pray. Mazi, please, Mazi, I want to beg that our people.
Yes, go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. My what I want to say is that what I want to say
Mazi,
is that
Mazi,
am I coming out clear?
yes, I'm hearing some voices there.
No problem, my brother. All is well.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Mazi, please, what I want to say is that concerning this seat at home, it's very, very important that our people should know that we are not joking. We are not joking here. Anybody who is going to carry himself or herself out on 9th of this month is in problem. And if we see you on the road, you are the cause. Anything that happened to you, you kill yourself for nothing's sake. After all, the country, the zoo country that you are coming out that day to, I don't know what they are coming out to do that day. If you know that you love Mazi NNAMDI Kanu and you want this freedom to come, please stay at home. Those that are the teachers should ask the students to stay at home. Banks should lock up. Our land, we want it to be a coast place. This is where we stand, and we are not going back. Please, we are begging you ahead of time. Try to hearken to this voice, or you should allow the zoo soldiers to kill you on that day, like you sabi. This is where we stand, and we are going nowhere about it. And anything I want to say again is that please, our brothers, those that are living here in diaspora, we want you to please begin to call your people at home. Let them know about this information, because without us, most of our families would have been dead people by now. We are the ones taking care of our people, sending money to them for them to survive. They are getting nothing from Nigerian government. Without us, most of them would have died by this time. Please call them and let them understand the importance of this embargo we are giving in this zoo country called Nigeria. This is where we stand. From 9th, it begins every Monday. We shut the zoo. We shut our Biafra land down for the zoo.
All right.
So let them feel the heat. This is where we stand, and this is what we must continue to do until they release our leader, Mazi Kanu, unconditionally. Mazi, thank you. It's your brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. It is total shutdown. It is total lockdown. From the 9th of August 2021, of course, Biafra land turning into a ghost town. So get ready, Biafrans. We ain't joking. We ain't making a failed threat. When we make a threat, we make it real. As a matter of fact, we don't even make threat, we make promise. And when we promise, we deliver. 9th of August, total lockdown. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? If you're still there. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Can you hear me? Yes. Are you hearing me? I cannot hear a thing. All right, I'm not sure what seems to be the problem. There is a problem with communication. I cannot hear you. Let me go to another caller. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line. All right. That call have ended as well. And of course, we are beginning to summarize, but I'm still taking your calls. Of course, if you call Radio Biafra now, we will take your call, because this platform is dedicated for Biafrans all around the world. Because if there is anything we do best here on this platform, we get Biafrans talking. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. All right, everybody is going into mute. I am not sure why. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Unbelievable. He cannot hear me. The calls keep calling off. Next caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Next caller on WhatsApp.
Yes. Good morning, brother.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Biko, abụ m Mazi Jude. Ọmụani. Biko, na connection mo. Enwere m ike inweta nọmba ndị DOS.
All right. Are you a member of IPOB?
Original.
Okay. So, do you have a coordinator?
I have, but a feeling that to him or the
no, you have to go to you see, in IPOB it's all about structures, it's all about protocols. You cannot jump. You're only asking for a number and they're obliged to give it to you. You deserve to have it if you ask. It's not a secret. Asking for the numbers of DOS. It's not a secret. So you go to your coordinator, tell him that you need contact information of DOS, that you want to speak to them, then he will give it to you. All right.
But
no, we don't talk about stuff like that on air. That's what we were preaching against all this while. All right. Let internal issues remain internal. This radio is for the whole world. And we don't treat our problems or issues on air.
It's not about the problem. No, the idea comes to suggestion.
All right, that's what. Can you inbox me rather on Mike Biafra will be on Messenger? Can you do that?
Well, I'm sending this. I'm sending WhatsApp.
Yeah, no, not WhatsApp. No, not the WhatsApp. Do it on Messenger. Do it on Messenger. Mike Biafra will be all right.
Okay. I will try.
Thank you, my brother. All right. All right, we must continue. Of course, we're keeping it real. We're keeping it clean. We're keeping it sanity. No more insanity. No more madness. Maybe we do it the way it's supposed to do because we are Biafrans, for goodness sake. All right, let me see if I can get this one. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. It looks like you are not hearing me, but I've picked your call. Then I'm not sure why you are not talking to me. You are still connecting. All right, could be network issues. We are folding up. We are rounding up. About 5 to 7 minutes more to go. And of course, we will take 1 or 2 more calls before we close this program this morning. This is Radio Biafra Sadek. We are the people of the East, and indeed, so Chukwoke Kabiaba, he is our God. And on this platform, Radio Biafra is where we are preaching this gospel according to the restoration of Biafra. All right, maybe we should just take some sweet music as we are taking your call, as we are rounding up, as we are bringing this program to an end. Check this out. All right, you see now, I want to play music and they decide to call. Now I have to go back to the lines again and take this, take this Skype call. Caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Please go ahead, Mazi.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zulu calling from Dublin.
They were watching it.
Thank you. God bless you. What I want to say is this. We're supposed to be using the past messages of Hamadike to be tracing our ways, because it seems most of the people are forgetting what he taught us. But myself, I always go through and know that many things he told us is coming. They are all coming to pass. You see, and another thing is this: most of the people calling Radio Biafra, they like calling Radio Biafra. If you've not met up with your financial promises, don't come and call. Find money, because we are looking for money to fund ESN. These guys are inside the bush, and we want something to fortify them. You can't be coming to call and giving excuse and giving orders and gossiping, and you've not funded them, which is very bad. It's like a sinner that is not listening to what God, the promises of God, the commandments. Please, funding of ESN is very, very important, and everybody should bear it in mind. Sometimes I see some people coming to call, and even some people from Nigeria, they blame people abroad. When I see them blaming people abroad, blah 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 blah, I just laugh, because what we are going through here, if you see how much some of the Ipob members are putting into this fund. Look, you people will say, are these people human beings? But we are doing it because we want our people to be free. Many people are doing it because they want their people to be free. So why should you not think twice and do something? Most of us are not meeting up. Okay, I'm using this opportunity to beg some of the coordinators, because if you are having ESN fund with you and you've not posted it to the right
Mazi.
Yes.
This is what we are talking about. Let's not go there for now, please. Not on air here. Yes, we have channels. We have channels of disseminating information, and this is definitely a different channel and a different platform. Thank you very much.
All right. But what I'm trying to say is this: we as a human being, we need fund to fortify the ESN.
Yes, Maz, that's what I'm saying. Maz, listen, maybe you're not getting what I'm saying. I believe you are a fortified member of IPOB. You understand? And you're from a family on IPOB. There are channels where you can discuss all this issue, and this is definitely not part of it. When you speak here on Radio Biafra, you're not talking to Biafrans alone. You are talking to the whole world. Do you understand? And the whole world doesn't understand this thing you are talking about now. Do you understand? Because this is a matter pertaining to IPOB strictly when you talk about ESN and Biafrans. There are people in London, people in UK, white people, everybody, all races listening to Radio Biafra. So let's keep it clean. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we must continue. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it sane. It is Radio Biafra Sadek. Let's preach the gospel according to the restoration of Biafra. And hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Hashtag Total Lockdown. Hashtag Ghost Town. That's all we're talking about. Very simple. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi Kechuku. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Please go ahead.
My name is Mazi Okudre Besido. I'm calling from my location. Biafra is rising.
Absolutely.
Biafra is rising. In the name of Chukwuka Abiyama. Mazi, I just vote. I am a Biafra. I'm fighting for my freedom by Sampe.
Did you vote it?
I don't know the number.
Did you vote on? Where did you vote? Okay, you haven't voted yet. Let me give you the number.
On your Facebook Messenger. I'm a Biafra.
Yes.
I'm fighting for my freedom.
That is. Just hold on a second. That is number 6. That is number 6.
Okay, I just like the name. I'm a Biafra by Sampe.
Okay, no problem. Note taken.
I just want to suggest something this morning. Please,
yes,
if
go ahead.
It's possible, all IPOB family members worldwide will call their family in Biafra around to tell them about sit at home on Monday. We need to teach the zoo a lesson they will never forget in their life because we are suffering. I hate the zoo by all means. I'm not happy about the zoo. We need to teach the lesson they will never forget. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity. So I heard another thing, and this our brother, they used to call
yes,
Biafra USA too.
He's my brother from my town. I need to locate him.
Fine because he used to call Radio Biafra USA 1 and USA 2. Mas Ike Peter and Mazi Alozie. I used to hear his voice.
But he doesn't call anymore.
So he's very fine. He used to call Radio Biafra USA 1 and USA 2. So he's very fine.
Okay, no, I'm happy. I'm happy then if he's fine. Because the number he used to call me is not longer active here for now. Maybe that's why. All right.
He's very fine. I'm very sure because I used to hear his voice.
I miss. You know, his call always ginger me. There.
That guy is he's a hardcore. I love him so much. He's a hardcore. We must continue.
All right. Thank you very much.
God bless our beloved leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you very much. And of course, on that note, that is where we are going to leave it indeed. It has been a great program. If you haven't voted on BMI Top 20 Countdown on Radio Biafra Sadek, please go to Mike Biafra will be on Messenger and vote. If you choose 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 20, choose the one you like and then you vote. Every Monday or maybe every weekdays, twice a week or so, or once a week, we will be revisiting the top down on the chart and know who is leading on the top countdown, because this is our own Nkanye Bonkanye. It is Biafran music, it is Biafran people, it is our history, and we will embrace it. We will also let the people know. All right, I've got somebody here. Let me see. Maybe I can take this one for the last caller on WhatsApp. Not WhatsApp, caller on Skype. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother, I can hear you.
Good morning and welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Ifeanyi Chukwumada Abuchi, and I'm calling you from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Thank you very much, my brother. What I want to say this morning is about, this our brother who called to talk about there is no avenue to violence. That is unbelievable coming from him.
He said that there's no what? Excuse me? He said there's no what?
There's no place to vent our, opinions, aspirations.
Yes, I understand,
If I'm not mistaken, this will be Chris Wise.
Who's Chris Wise?
I think it's his wife.
My brother, see here, let me explain something before you continue. You see, on this platform, everybody have the right to come up, say their own piece, whether you agree with them or you don't agree with them. When you come, don't, be specific. Just say your own, but don't mention names, please, if you will listen to me, so that it mustn't look like we are fighting each other or something, please. If somebody says something, that is their opinion, and they have the right. This is Biafra. Freedom of expression. Yes. Then you say your own. I think that is the way we should do it. Please don't call names. Go ahead, please.
All right. Oh, so what I want to say is that people who have been long in this struggle and are, strong in the struggle to some extent, we should know by now the hierarchical working of IPOB. That you go to, like you refer people to their coordinators. If the coordinator cannot do it, you go to the national coordinator and the European rep if you're in Europe, or American rep, or wherever rep you are, and until you can escalate it to the DOS. I don't know why it is being made mockery. So it's become one of the things we are suffering, and saying that some avenues are not working, they should be made up and running. Please, let's stop this kind of attitude. And another thing I want to say, my brother, I have had that advertisement of people advertising, and like you said, that don't call names, because I could have called name now.
No, we don't call names, Mazi.
Okay, I understand. I'm just telling you that I know who and what I'm talking about. Somebody is coming here on Radio Biafra to advertise Bitcoin. It is the new way to make everybody.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed at all. We don't do that on radio. It's not allowed.
We don't make advertisement on this on Radio Biafra, and we don't sell product on Radio Biafra. And I know somebody has brought this into question and answer series of our leader, and he told them that Bitcoin and all that coin and the crypto is still shaky, that we are not going to prescribe it or to our people yet, or that it will take time before we know where it stands. And me now, if I'm talking to you, Ike, I've lost money three different places on those coins and the crypto and forex. So let people not come here to sell it to our people. If you want to venture, it's your private business. If you succeed in it, it's well and good. We don't begrudge you, but don't come to sell it to our people here, because personally I've lost money on those things. So. And this is my last, but not the least, is that what you have saying. Everybody is saying it. It does us no good to wash our linens, to expose our IPOB internal issues on Radio Biafra or on social media. You don't get solution from those media. Instead, you get sensationalism that leads us to no place. And as our lawyer said, anyway, let me not call them, because you.
All right, Mazi, it's fine. Let's leave it there. Thank you very much. All right.
Yes, our lawyer had an interview with that our brother in TV, and he said that if our leader should hear these things going on, it will not be good for his health. And tell me anybody who calls himself an LPOB member who doesn't want our leader to have a sound health to battle what we are battling.
All right, Mazi, thank you very much. I think we get that. Thank you very much indeed for your advices, and of course we welcome that. All right, let's leave it there. It is to Radio Biafra Sadek. Don't forget to vote on Biafra Music Industry BMI Top 20 Countdown on Radio Biafra Sadek. You can go to Mike Biafra OB and cast your vote. I have 20 songs that I've just played this morning. We are doing this thing to uplift our musicians. Nobody pays them anything. They are doing it sacrificially because it is their own duty. That is what they're doing. In as much as their duty, at the same time, we will always appreciate them. And this is the best way I know how to do, to play their song on air. And then, of course, we created a chart of 20 best music of Biafran artists. And then, of course, what you need to do is you pick 1 or 2 or 3 up to 20. You can go and do so on my messenger, Mike Biafra OB. And then, of course, as we go on, we will be telling you that this is leading on the chart. This one is following, you know. And we have this chart of 20. We're making everything to look portable because we are Biafrans. We need to start behaving like a nation already. We need to start behaving like people who are ready for Biafra, people who are ready to be a nation. We are not going to wait on when Biafra comes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, and good night to some of you. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Peters. We're broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name is Mazi NNAMDI'S. Now we are here again to talk about our freedom. That's more paramount and important to anything else that we are doing. I am going to call on our leader this time to pray for us before we continue. So let us pray.
Without whom we cannot function, and unto him we give every honor and every adoration. Wherever you are, I will ask you, if you are in the spirit, to remain so. If you are outside the spirit, we ask you to come into it. Because what we are preaching from here is a gospel of redemption, as directed by Chukwukika Abiyama himself in heaven. And this very gospel, we must preach it. Therefore, we must pray. We give thanks unto thee, O Elohim, for there is none like thee. There can never be any like thee. You are the beginning and the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Our lives are in the palm of your hands. We commit all that we are unto thee. We have come as the ancients did before us, as our ancestors did before we came, to offer praise and adoration unto your holy name and no other. For we do not worship any idol. We do not worship anything born of a human being. We do not worship anything carved out of a tree. We do not bow down before anything molded with the hands of men. It's only thee that we worship. That is why we have come this very evening on this hallowed platform that you yourself created, to offer you unadulterated praise and to hand over to thee all that we can ever become, because Biafra is yours. This very family of IPOB, you molded yourself. You decreed that IPOB must come, and now that we have come, that we may worship thee, O Elohim, please accept our offering of praise and sacrifice unto your holy name, because there is no other like thee. We will continue to adore thee. We will continue to worship thee. And as I said before, and I will reiterate, as we pray unto thee, that Biafra is your possession, we will sacrifice Biafra unto thee, that you may guide us in all that we do. It's only you that sees the hearts of men. If there is anything that we are hiding, if there is anything that we have concealed from our people, oh Elohim, you will judge us very harshly. But if our hands are clean, our hearts very pure, you will bless IPOB, then you will bless me, then you will bless my family, because it's a promise from you. All our hope and our trust is upon thee. May your name be glorified. May you be exalted. May you, O Elohim, be praised. Now and forevermore we pray. The
foolishness of your average Nigerian, the foolishness of Bishop Coker. I want to let the world understand how foolish a Nigerian is. Not from me, but I want all of everybody to listen to this very, very carefully, please, and tell me if Nigerians are not stupid. Listen.
You have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention.
Yes, what is that?
Kawu Baraje
Alhaji Kawu Baraje
was a leading chieftain of the APC.
Yes.
And he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits.
The APC imported foreign mercenaries. Baraje said it. Confessed.
What more evidence?
What evidence do you need?
He has confessed that they imported them for the elections.
Yes.
This is public. Why is the media not following up?
Because Nigeria is corrupt.
Why are we not asking for accountability?
They can't argue because Nigerians are not intelligent.
So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria.
It was an interview granted by a so-called stakeholder in Nigeria. APC, the government, people are joining APC. I don't want to speak against the Holy Spirit. At this point, I begin to say to God, there is no way a black man can be equal to a white man. It's impossible. You are aware. I don't know how to show it. This is the Mazi reporters. I think I'll put it on my page after this. If you go to my page, you'll see it. The man spoke very brilliantly. Nobody has come to counter him. Baraje is alive. He opened his mouth and said, a part of APC said, we are the ones that brought them from the Sahel to come and kill you. They're fellow Nigerians. And after this, you say I'm a Nigerian. That is why I say that anybody, if once you say you're a Nigerian, you're sick in the brain. I never have regard for you as a human being, because that means you cannot reason. I will play this once again, uninterrupted, so you can hear him very, very well. And I will start by asking him, I'm not going to ask him what he said. Who is responsible for the insecurity in Nigeria? Who is to blame? Listen.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention.
Yes. Go ahead. Where is that?
Kawu Baraje Alhaji
Baraje
was a leading chieftain of the APC.
Chief of APC? He has confessed. Baraje?
The foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. Oh, he has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. Oh. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onobo. I said it.
Martin Onobo
is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence. Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Kawu Baraje, his confession is number one. Evidence. Number two, evidence.
Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state.
Ultimatum from visitors.
Miyetti Allah.
From terrorists.
Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party.
Miyetti Allah.
We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion.
You see that?
I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain.
One Nigeria.
An official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station.
Radio station for Miyetti Allah, a terrorist group.
In collaboration with Miyetti Allah. We have Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication.
Do you understand it? Now, they were saying this is for Fulani people, sorry, for Hausa people. You know, all these years when they were conquering you, Hausa, they said Hausa, Fulani, we are Hausa, Fulani. But now they feel they have taken you over. Now they feel that they are at the crust of their conquest of Nigeria. They are now floating a radio station, no longer in Hausa language, but in their native Fulani language, Fufude. What does that tell you? As an average Nigerian, I wonder when, maybe there's something in the cow. You know, they have sex with cows and after that they sell it to us and we eat. Maybe that is when they succeed in hypnotizing us. The interviewer was asking for evidence. Let me now give you the evidence. It was us that translated this very evidence. Now it's all over the place. It's gone viral. Now let us hear from the mouth of the Fulani terrorists that the APC brought into Nigeria. Let us hear from them.
idan ba gwamnati ta daure wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba Allah ubangiji ya tsine ma Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin.
Listen Hausa.
Allah ce saniya aka san shi da ita sai noma. Saniya ba ta bindiga yake 47.
AK-47.
Bahilla ce bai da makera da zai kera bindiga AK-47.
AK-47.
Kuma suke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da ya sa billahi lazi shekara na 7 ina makarantar allo. Amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun, wallahi ina mamaki kullum ina tunanin rayuwata.
If I'm lying.
Saboda mahaifana akalla a kasar dan banga da su.
What did this man say? I will translate for you. He's on my Twitter it. I don't know if it's on my Facebook page. That is why, because of these things, that is why Facebook is busy blocking, banning, suspending people. What did this man say? I'll take off my glasses to read. This man said, I swear to the Almighty Allah, that is the government, the same APC government that our brother was talking about earlier, that gave us arms. I am saying this for people that believe in one Nigeria. That is why I'm... Hi, who are they? Who created this Nigeria? Who created these people that cannot reason very well? Let me read what this man said. I swear to the Almighty Allah, that is the government, that's APC government, so-called Buhari government, that is giving arms to us. Fulani don't know what gun is. We are only headsmen. Cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to Allah, we are on our own, and the government gave us AK-47. I am not afraid to say the truth. Bishop Coker, are you listening? All of you idiots that believe in one Nigeria, are you listening? You morons, monkeys. All of you who are being deceived by this multicultural, multi-ethnic garbage, can you listen? The government that you are hoping to save you are the ones giving arms to those who have come to kill you. And you get up tomorrow morning and you say, believe in one Nigeria. That was why when Ozo 1 was under attack, that was why when these people, they gave guns to attack Nimbo, Ifani Ugwani called, the Enugu State governor called Buhari many times, Buhari ignored his calls. Ugwani called the commander of the 2 division. No one took his call. He called the commissioner of police for Enugu, no one took his call. But anytime IPOB is having meeting, you come and start shooting people. But when the same people were under attack by those that they are sponsoring, they were nowhere to be found. Is that a type of country? Is that the type of country you wish to belong to? Let's be honest about everything. If this insecurity were being caused by a group of disgruntled Fulani businessmen, you can understand. If this insecurity were being caused by a group of, say, very retarded Fulani politicians, of which there are many of them, I can understand. But this security is being caused by the government itself, the APC government. Our brother said it here, and you think he's lying. The people that they get, do you know where they said that? In front of Sheikh Gumi, Abubakar Gumi. He went to the forest to go and meet the bandits, and the bandits told him it was the government that gave us the guns. We don't know what guns are until they gave it to us. That's why I asked you, if they are coming all the way from Mali and from Niger, how did they cross the border with guns? If you claim that those terrorism are from Niger Republic, so you don't have customs and immigration in the north anymore? Or because you see yourselves as one people, so there is no border patrol, no border policing, nothing. But you have closed the border now for nearly a year and a half. So the border is closed. And you're from the south and you're shouting one Nigeria. Do you see the depth of your foolishness? Can you see it? When I say it, it's not out of hatred. People say, oh, I don't like his style of agitation because I tell you the truth. A governor said, the governor of Bauchi State, we are bringing in Fulanis. We are coming to settle Fulani in Nigeria. He said it, he wasn't hiding. We are coming to settle Fulani in your land. in your villages. Do you know why that is possible? Because you believe in one Nigeria. If you are on your own, nobody can try it. It's called an act of war or invasion. But Fulani is carrying out an act of war and invasion into your territory because you are under one Nigeria. So in other words, they are using, Nigeria is providing them a cover to carry out a conquest of an entire, should I say, ethnic nationalities across the zoo. Is it clear to you now? Do you now understand what we are saying?
Mazi, my big brother, my able leader, we understand you quite clear. You understand? Thank you very much, because what you have done to this generation, mouth cannot tell. God has used you a lot, and that God has used you will not abandon you on the road. He will not just discard you. He will place you in a place of honor by giving us Biafra and making you the first president of Biafra. That's my prayer for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Welcome to another live broadcast from New York City under the auspices of our mother station, and Radio Biafra is here to stay. This morning, I'm going to start up this morning. I'm going to have a special guest with me today. His name is MJosh. He's a musician, an extraordinary musician that played a very beautiful song for the freedom of our leader. He has other songs that he has played, and I'm going to be with him on air in a few minutes from now. So before we get on that, I'm going to have to play his song. This is my son. I call him my son because, Mazi. And when they sing like this, I mean, you need to listen to what he's saying. The lyrics is extraordinary. I happen to have been opportune and been given the privilege to get in touch with him, and we spoke yesterday effectively. I'm going to bring him today on this program. But today is not going to be the end of it. In fact, I think I'm going to start doing that now. Most of these are our young artists. They are all there doing what they have to do, and we have to give them, they make them, talk to us on radio to know exactly who they are, what they are doing with themselves, and it's very good to encourage them, because they are doing all this they are doing for us. They're just doing it pro bono, and we know what it means. Case in point, one of them just visited, I don't want to name the musician. He's been in town here, and somebody wants to engage him, and I know how much he's asking for. But these other young guys, they are doing this job for us, and if there's any way you can support them, please do. Buy their CDs, buy whatever they are doing, and put some money in their pocket, because this is what they do for a living. There are many of us here who do other jobs, even though we are doing certain things for free, but it doesn't really matter. We have our regular jobs that we have to go to make a living. So we have to encourage them one way or the other. My Josh is going to come in anytime soon. I'm getting ready, because I told him, I gave him exact time that I'm going to be in touch with him, and that's exactly, we are online radio. He's not sitting down here with me. He's going to be somewhere in the Biafra land talking to me. A very humble little child, and when I spoke to him yesterday, I felt the respect in his voice, and I'm very, very obliged to see. Let me see if I can bring him in right now. Josh, if you're ready, I am ready. So let's see what happens. This network thing, you can never be sure of it. But let's watch. All right, Josh, are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Welcome to Radio Biafra USA 2. This morning here, let me say good morning to you. Yeah, yesterday we spoke. I just played your song, and my dear, you've done exceptionally very well, and we are very, very happy. I am personally very happy with your songs. I started following you. How did I start? When you did, there was a video you did, a song that you did that went viral about Aso Rock and all that, and I said, wow, this guy. So I struggled. It's not easy to get to you guys, but finally somebody gave me you. So tell us about yourself. Tell us what you're really doing now, and then let's talk about your music.
Okay. My name is, let me start with introducing myself. My name is MJosh, Matthew Joshua Chukwubuike.
Okay.
I'm from Imo State. I'm from Umeza Landere in the local government area of Imo State. Yeah, and I do music for a living. So music I do. I'm a music producer, I'm a singer, I write. But based on the way things is in the country, the situation we find ourselves now, I decided to use my music for activism, to speak out for my people, because the pain we are going through, and it's hell here.
I know.
So that's it. I started music at a very tender age, though, at 4. Started music very, very young, at 4. Played in some bands while I was growing up. Some bands in the church. I started playing from Massachusetts band, and that was in St. Jude's Catholic Church, Rumukuru, in Port Harcourt, where I was born, where I grew up. And later, I played in some Pentecostal bands, and it wasn't favorable, so I had to go solo and face my career as a musician.
That's good.
So since then, I left Port Harcourt to Lagos, and that's how I found myself where I am today.
Wow, I can see that your music is very influenced by Fela, isn't it? Did you really think about him when you were writing songs, or you just spoil the moment?
Yeah, Fela. You know, my dad, the little time I spent with my father influenced me a lot. And my father used to play so much of Fela's song because he used to complain a lot about how the government wasn't fair to him and other people. You see, this present government, this Buhari's government now, wrecked my father. And it affected my father so much. And my father used to talk so much about Buhari. And even up to 2015, when I first time in my life knew who Buhari was, I never knew who Buhari was. I lost my dad at within 1997. I was still around 12, 13 years then. You see, my father used to talk so bad about Buhari, and I grew up listening to him play much of Fela's songs like Beast of No Nation and many other of Fela's songs. So I got influenced by Fela's tone because, you know, people like Fela, people like Bob Marley, I grew up listening to my father play their songs. So that's how I fell in love with them, and especially Fela has lots of influence in my music because he was soliciting and speaking out for the people, crying out for the people and the pain they were going through.
Yes.
So that's just how it is.
All right, that's wonderful. You know, everybody one way or the other gets influenced by something, and are doing exceptionally well with songs. Honestly, it has to do with what is going on today. You see, with the Biafrans, the way we are being subjected to nothingness, and it's so sad. It's very, very sad. And the same person, even if he's not alive today, it is his government that is doing this. So your father is this thing that doctoring to you is like I don't know how would I say, it's not prophetic, but I would say it's something that God created you to be there and listen to your dad, who happened to be a victim of the same government, and it's passed on to you. You are doing very well, and we are very proud of you, sir. Go ahead, if you just round it up and whatever you have to say, but make me a promise. I'm going to bring you back in this station anytime soon, so that we can talk really more. Because I want to start bringing you all you young artists. I was one of you when I was your age. I was in a band too. I performed in a band, over 4 or 5 bands before I went solo. So, but today I am happy that you all are doing the same thing, that just keep the flag flying. You're doing exceptionally very well. Believe me, I listen to your songs all the time.
Thank you.
Yes, I listen to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, my dear.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's all right. Whenever it is that you schedule to bring me on, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Thank you.
I'm always available.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
So long as it's something that has to do with the Biafran struggle and how to get us out of this suffering.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you very much for calling Radio Biafra. And I'll be with you again some other time. I'll be with you in advance and then tell you, and we'll book up an appointment. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. That was MJosh. Josh, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful musician, and honestly, I follow him. I am one of the people that follow him, and this is the way I'm going to be doing it from now on. Whenever I have the opportunity and the privilege to bring in any of our young artists, the young ones, they will come in here. I know Segamad, it's just one that I'm in with all the time. And there is this young girl too, whose voice is so scintillating. I think she's one of the Biafra Got Talent group. And I'm going to be able to get in touch with all of them one at a time, and they will come in, because every time what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring them to the limelight. We're trying to help them. There are other ones there who don't care about what we are doing. So whenever they care, and then those of them who spend their time to be with us, we need to bring them in. So before we continue, let me just remind you that this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are here live in New York. Today we're going to talk about so many things that are trending around the world. It's around us, not the world, around us here. Some criminals who have stolen money and who have endorsed in all kinds of fictitious things that we give honor to, that we think that they are angels, they're very clean. And when they catch them, somebody arrests something that a stupid person wrote yesterday, and unfortunately or fortunately, the person that wrote that article is supposed to be a Biafran, because anyway, unless the name is fake. But if the name is the real name that he answers, then he is damn stupid, because he is saying something that I am going to get 10 million youths in the street to stop them from taking Abba Kyari to the United States. He's an idiot, whoever he is. He has not been able to get 100 youths in the street to talk about the ills of his death, that they are killing him and maiming him and raping his mother. He wants to go and go. I would like you to get those 10 million people. They talk. They open their mouth. They talk something that is so annoying. You're going to get 10 million youths in the street to stop America FBI from taking Abba Kyari. I said it here before, and I'm saying it again. Abba Kyari, if he's not guilty, let him go there and face them. Go and face your accusers and stop being an idiot. Because you are better off going to face them. You are more secure in the United States of America than that place you are living. Because now that they are trying to stop you, the next thing they're going to do, they try to assassinate and get rid of you. Because you know what? The other people concerned, the other people that have a lot to do with you. You are not alone. We know that. There's no way you can be flying alone, ban. You're flying with other people. There are just like Hush Puppy himself. He has so many other people. But you are one that he has touched. But you yourself, you have other people that are looking at you. Even within your police force, even within your police, How come most policemen, when they retire, they don't even live very long? They kill them before they are colleagues. I'm telling you honestly. I know this, and that is the truth. You are not going to sit down there and think that those people that are trying to stop you from going to the US love you. No, they're going to kill you. When they keep struggling and they find out that trying to stop you to go to the US is an impossible thing, because FBI will not bow down. They will not bow out. You have been indicted. The best for you to do is go to Interpol, give yourself in, tell them I'm indicted in the US, I'm going there. That's it. That will keep you alive. Because when you go, those that were targeting you, because there are people that are involved, the policemen that followed you to go and arrest that guy, all of them, they are all crying, oh God, don't take all the money, not even give us, or he didn't give us enough. So they want to get rid of you, because they know that when you go there, you're going to call their names. It's a syndicate. Your time is up. There is nothing you can do. Just raise your hand up. I used to watch kids in America when they get out of school and they're trying to fight themselves, and they're punching. As soon as one raises his hand up, time out. They stop fighting. That's what you do. You should raise your hand up, because you have been caught. There is nothing you can do about it. Your misery will end when you get in there, because you're even better off to go to the US. At least there are free visa, free aircraft. Nobody's going to take any money from you. You come back here, and when you come here, they will treat you like a normal human being. I'm telling you honestly. Even if you get diabetes, they will make sure that you don't die. They will protect you. But if you stay there, you are going to face the music. Those people there that you did this business with, they are going to come after you. The choice is yours. People can write all they want. He's the best cop. He's a number one cop. He's a hero cop. Forget about all that. We don't see that. Everybody is nice until you get caught. There are things that people do you won't even believe in your wildest dream that a person can do that. So, but for some of us who are older enough, it doesn't surprise us. It doesn't, because I have to go 10, I was 20. So that is nothing. We are there to watch this event. The man himself, your time is up. When you keep doing something and think you're a super cop, you're a superhuman being, nobody can touch you, you are untouchable, forget about it. Otubos. There are people who have seen the world, Hitler, or they all died, perished, shot themselves, or whatever way they did. So you go over there, take your time off, go back to where you come from, and decide that this is time to be up. Go give yourself in, turn yourself in, face your accusers. That's what bold men do. They say a clean heart fears no accusation. Abi, not be said when I talk about broke me. I don't understand. Innocent heart doesn't fear any accusation. Don't be afraid of anything. Go there. All those Biafran children that you have murdered, that you have come to mother, go there. That their spirit. When you turn against the Biafran people, what you get, what you see is what you get. There's no way out. The man in Owerri, we all know all of you together. That's why you brought him in. You recommended him because you know the criminals. You deal with them in Lagos. They are all there together. Nobody. It's nothing personal. It's just that your time is up. That's all. It has nothing to do with the individual thing. No, nobody is doing what they are doing to you because you are a super cop. No, that's that story. The only thing I don't like about you is that there is something that you people say as policemen when you arrest somebody. The first thing you say, you have the right to keep silent. Whatever you say might be used against you in the court of law. As soon as you heard that Hush Puppy has called your name, you went to your Facebook page, you started ranting. The policeman, you don't know that silence is your best bet. You are telling a story that sounds like a fairy tale. You're now becoming a teller that is measuring dress and sending to people and all. Come on, guys. You guys know how to commit crime, but you don't know how to have the heart to keep, to stand steadfast. If you want to commit a crime, you have to be ready that you might get in trouble. And how do you handle it? Not when you when you are panicking. When you are panicking, you just quickly you're already not sleeping. You're already telling your story. They are going to use that story against you. Just don't worry. You're exhibiting your ignorance, your stupidity. This is something that teach you in the police force. As soon as you arrest somebody, say you have the right to be silent. Anything you say will be used against you. Now they're saying something and you're already running to your Facebook page and ranting. You don't know that it's time for you to keep quiet and silent and join them so that you be safe. FBI will keep you more safer than the police force that you are in. Trust me, they are going to kill you. Because there are many people in high ranking, higher than you, politicians that you were defending, that you were doing all these things for. There are the people that would be scared that you're going to call their name when you get to FBI. So they try to get rid of you. So do the wise thing, make a choice. The choice is yours. You committed the crime, do the time. There's no way you can just sit down there and think that FBI is going to back off from taking you. No. When you become a wanted person, that's when you will know how small the world is, because you'll not be able to go anywhere. I'm not talking about extra rendition or whatever. They will get you. Yankee, they are not playing. All right, we'll talk about our freedom. That is part of it. What you did, taking you out, is at least giving life to our children, whom you have planned to murder, and you're not going to have the opportunity to do it. Ambazonian spoke to us, so we are going to listen to what they have to say.
For talk to them directly. As soon as I know the leadership for the Ipob, they do a marvelous job, and we'll be very happy for CC that announced a ghost town, a Monday lockdown in Biafra from the 9th of August every Monday.
Yes.
This one means waiting. It means the Biafran people are taking control of their land. It is very important. Make una know say NNAMDI'S Kanu, they no go release it because say they obey law or because some lawyer talk so or MJosh talk so. No, they go only play the game. As a matter of fact, the Nigerian government want make the Biafran people, they begin to cry every day. They talk how they don't catch Nnamdi Kanu, because for the Nigerian government, we need to understand. See, for the side of the occupier, the imperialist system put in place in Nigeria, for them, every time when they cry about Nnamdi Kanu, they see them like now the message that the one gonna people to understand. Say any man will challenge them, they go catch you. You know, get no place for hide. They will put you behind bars. Politics no be sorry you, or you go appeal for the sentiment for the Nigerian government. Nigerian government have zero sentiment. The Biafran people have to know that the only thing that the Nigerian understand is economic interest. The money they are taking from Biafra, the Biafran people will at some stage go beyond agitation and take concrete action to pinch Nigerian government where it hurts the most, to make Biafra ungovernable for Nigeria, to make the exploitation of Biafran resources impossible for Nigeria, to cause the international partners like the United States, United Kingdom, and the European Union, most of whom are enjoying and growing fat from Nigerian resources, to know that there will be no business with Nigerian government on Biafran resources unless it is done by the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu have stood up for the Biafran people. He did not just stand up because he wants sympathy. He did not stand up because he wants love. He stood up because he wants freedom for you, the Biafrans. It's time for your policy to appropriately address this challenge that you have towards your independence. You will not have independence by referendum. You will have independence by force. You go to the United States, any country that have tested freedom, prosperity, equal opportunity, have paid the price. Nnamdi Kanu stands for you, the Biafrans. His incarceration puts directly the stake of all freedom of all Biafrans on the line. It is either one for all for one, or you succumb and be subjected for another generation of enslavery under this zoo called Nigeria. The Biafran people are better than that. They are more educated, they are more civilized, they are empowered by millions of them abroad. They have what it takes to establish the state of Biafra that was destroyed, divided, to be dominated under the Hausa system by the British government, under the amalgamation, which was a way to divide and rule them and keep them submitted. For Biafran people to have back their dignity, they must make Biafran ungovernable for Nigeria. They must stop all Nigerian business with foreign partners on Biafran soil, and they must do it so. So we will encourage the Biafran people and the Ambazonian people where they do business for inside Biafra, make them observe this Monday day goes down. Now a very significant day for demonstrate for the Nigerian government. See now the Biafran people, they control their land and their destiny. Self-determination, it will come now for Biafra. Biafra no go ask Nigeria for independence. No country never asks independence. They take independence. Even the Bible talks about those who take it, they take it by force. Nigeria is a zoo. There is no justice that will come from Nigeria. Some images and they were one.
This is a very good advice. Yes, very simple and straightforward. I think I have to keep airing this important advice. Nobody will give you independence. You have to take it by force, and we are taking it, whether they like it or not. The ghost town is coming in every Monday until we are advised otherwise. After the 9th, if our leader is not released, that's when it starts. It kicks in. People can object to whatever they say. Somebody, go to hell. You are one of them. You are one of them. People make sacrifices. It's that sacrificing a day out of 7 days is not too much for you. It's not too much to ask for. You are not doing it because you want to be comfortable. No, people that you when they fast that go to church, Why do you have to fast? You are making a sacrifice. You are making a sacrifice to get something. There's something you're looking for, you're asking for. And then you not eat in a few hours and you think that's going to kill you. No. There are people, even 40 days and 40 nights. I haven't heard that. I've heard it before. I've read it in the book, even though I didn't take part in it. I don't think I can take 40 days and 40 nights of fasting, but that's sacrifice anyway. You want something, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta give up something to get something. The world is not a vacuum. You have to, for what he's saying is that this air occupies space. That's what we learned in our primary first science class in the high school. So there's no vacuum. Any space, something will occupy it. So for you to be able to get something new in, you have to create that space, and that space is that sacrifice that you're going to make, that fasting that you're going to do, that sacrifice, that burning of the crude oil, refining it to make it useful. That is what we are going through. Ambazonians have told us this truth. We have to live by it. We have to abide by it. There's nothing anybody can do. That is, the announcement has been made already. Yeah, yesterday somebody called about a timber shade in Olo. I'm rightly informed that the ban had been lifted, the market had been open again. So that was why yesterday I spoke to the person that called. I said, you are in diaspora. Now I needed somebody from there to tell me what is happening. Somebody called me offline and told me that, I think the same person that called me and told me about the lockdown finally got back to me yesterday and told me that everything is back to normal. That they are shooting, that they are marketing there. Although there are other incidents of somebody head being cut off and his car being burned down, but on the saboteurs now, who knows? They're targeting him. When you are talking against your own people, I don't know why anybody in Biafra land today will think that you will get up. And at some time I ask myself, in the NMFA, do they really have, if he's a king or a chief or a traditional ruler, does he have family? Because I can't get my father doing that in the midst of. How can you stay in the midst of Biafrans and you want to sabotage them? They are millions. They will get rid of you overnight. They know you. Because when you do these things, you think you can get away with. No. Even your own family. Somebody in the family will go out there and say, this man, he is the one that is pointing left and right. So when they get rid of you, you are gone. Nobody's saying that they should do that. Nobody's encouraging anybody to do any of that. But hey, when you get involved in this kind of mess, whatever you get, you take. Abba Kyari. That is a police officer, top ranking. Machine gun, but he's a crook. But he's thinking that you go forever. Oh, you see the moment you touch somebody whose head is ordained, the pastor ordained. Oh, when they were anointing on their head that are just walking around the street, he might even look like a mad person. He might look very poor. But the day you touch him, don't touch not my anointing, and you get in trouble. I'm telling you, it will hook up and come back to you. If Zowa, then you discover that your power does not, you don't even have the power that you think you have. All right, so the market has been open. People are going back to their normal businesses in the timber shade. That's what the guy told me, and I'm very happy to hear that. So that when you're going to call me, please, anytime you call me, because I'm beginning to have. There are people. Yesterday somebody said something like. It looks like this telephone line is not part of the. I've been calling and calling. Listen, my dear, you can call me 400 times. If it is not your turn and you're not lucky to get picked, that's your luck. It's not me. It has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing. If somebody is talking and you are calling a phone line, what do you expect me to do? One person has to talk at a time, even though we have many phone lines. Under normal circumstances, most studios have only one phone. So when you call that one phone, it's engaged. When it's engaged, there's nothing you have to do except to call back. In this case, we have about 4 phones here, and all of them might be ringing at the same time, but it's one person at a time. So if that person and your phone is ringing and then somebody else is talking, by the time the person drops, your phone that have been ringing since it went off, and the person drop and somebody else comes in, that person is picked. It is not by anything. Nobody puts a name in here to know who is calling and who is not calling. I have nobody's name recorded. No, I didn't do that. But I think I'm going to start doing that now, because it looks like some people are bringing things that are not relevant to what we are doing on air. So when I see their call coming, I will refuse to pick them unless they tell me in advance. They have to call me way ahead of time and tell me I'm going to be on air today and this is what I'm going to talk about. Otherwise, I will not allow it anymore. I am going to do that on my own. Nobody's giving me that instruction to do it. It's the decision I have made. I've been reading so many things that have been circulating on Facebook. They've been throwing things up and down, left and right, and WhatsApp, dividing them. You can do that on WhatsApp, but on Radio Biafra, I am not going to allow it. I am going to put your names. The people that I know that are creating this wahala, I'm going to have their names. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm going to record your name, and anytime I see you come in, I will not pick your call unless you spoke to me in advance and tell me what you're going to do and what you're going to talk about. Because I remember something that happened before the rest of them broke up. I remember Clifford Iruanya and the rest of them. Then I wasn't even a member of IPOB. I was always listening to the radio. And when they come to talk on radio, they don't even tell him what they're going to talk about. The time he hears it is when we hear it. He is on air. And then one day I remember him asking, when did you decide, when did you make this decision? And I think I'm going to encourage my colleagues to do the same thing. Guys, have somebody's name there. People that think that they matter, put their names there. If they don't talk to you in advance, please don't let them talk. They have to tell you in advance what they're going to talk about before you get the embarrassment that you will get when somebody takes you unaware. By the time you realize that the person is talking, and sometimes, when they are talking, you don't just sit down as a broadcaster. You're just not paying complete attention to what they are doing. Maybe one or two things distract you, and you didn't hear them say something that they are supposed to say, and then it goes off in the air. We don't need all that kind of garbage at this time. What we're talking now is our freedom. Solidarity is our thing, and anybody who feels betrayed or feel hurt, there are places you can handle that, not on air. All right, I listened to a bishop yesterday, and it's nice that we listen to him also before we continue. Although he spoke vernacular, he was talking to our people. That's not very easy. That is why they are having this problem. So let me listen to this man last before we get into taking the course this morning, because this morning we're actually going to be talking about our freedom. That's what matters most. No blame game. If you have anything that you don't like that somebody is doing, and you think it's very personal, don't bring it to the air, because the world doesn't want to know about that. Let's listen to this.
One young boy on our fight for Godling de Befam Oto Sigotia on ice young Lotus Mem de Befa Adroman and Mebu na Pasherika Loboda. Now eventually we know Nande government in Nigeria jejide the man we koyega we tunieranga ndi Hausa ndi Nebirugu ndi Fulani, even governor the governor when they want to na party ala akuba na chile ka safebele na no unifa nejide hadine na enwangole then give one no na Igbo na enwekwa angole at the same time ginafa ndi ilo na enwangole give one enwangole inwe mental problem. Inwe very big problem. Ota kesi ewe ati mari han wana emeba. O se na bo no na election ka na eme. Olo fe na chi ofu obodo, funukuto obodo nwano no n'ụwa, one of the major most powerful countries anywhere in the world. Ewe me election na befa the man lose the election. Osmo lose election. Ndị terrorists niile, ndị Hamas, ndị ISIS, ndị Al-Qaeda, ndị Boko Haram na-enwe aṅụrị na-agbapụta na-agbọ mmanya na-aṅụrị na demand na-adịghị election. Gị nwa nọrọkwa n'ebe ị nọ na-enwekwa aṅụrịkwa na demand dakwara election. Inwe problem. Gị ife na ka ndị ilo na-aṅụrị because of an event. Gị nwa sorokwa na-aṅụrịkwa because of that same event. You have a problem. Kyo idi. Ota ka esi enene ha ati mmadụ. Ota ka esi enene. Look at David eba. Ife niile na-agbakasị arụ bụ na ndị ilo ga-enwe aṅụrị because of ife dakwasịrị ụmụ Israel. Ịchọ ka ịma ebe ikwu n'obi gị. Ọ bụrụ na ndị ilo ife mekịta ndị niile kpọrọ Jizọs asị, ndị niile heti like na election a na-ekwu kịta ka emenya bụ election the man daa ịbịa n'Israel dịka ebe a na-eruju ndị Israel covenant children of God ha na-ebe akwa na-eti n'ofu onye ha kpopụrụ aka enyelefe aka wee nụnwe ọgụ ndị na-achị ikpochapụfa na-ewepụ onye a ndị Israel na-eruju ndị bụ ụmụ Chineke na-eruju gị nwa na-enwe aṅụrị. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Mana ime ama mana ihe a na-ekwu kịta nwee ike like ndị na-ege ege na-esonyela anyị online ọ na-agbakasịghị arụ mana ihe a bụ the truth of otu esi ama ebe onye kwuru ife na-eme n'obi onye anwa. Ị ga-amalili aka ọ bụ ife mwute bụrụ ife mgbawa obi na ịbịa na all the tribes enwe na Nigeria n'ụwa niile obodo niile nke ụwa even from Bible the only tribe amara how to protect their own bụ ndị Igbo. Sọsọ ndị Igbo, sọsọ the elites nọ n'ala Igbo bụ ndị amara how to fight and protect their own. Nna fe gosi gị na Bible now. Metụgo m ya aka one time anyị na morning prayer da mana m na-emetụkwa ya aka kịta because achọrọ m ikwu okwu on this maka na ihe anụnwa David na-asị si akụkọ anya n'ebe ndị ilo nọ si ekwere ka ndị ilo ya nafaghị enwebe ahụ nafa ga-ebido tebe egwu ọṅụ because na ife otiti dakwasị ha nwa n'obodo Israel. Ndị Igbo most of our elites aghọtara ya. Ọya akpata ịbịa watch ya over the weekend ụmụ okorobịa ndị ntorobịa nọ na Yoruba bịa na-asị na ha ga-enwe Yoruba nation, ha ga-eme Yoruba nation na-ekwusi eke ndị polisi wụọ n'ọfasịba ụnụ anwakwa na anwa pụta ụnụ anwakwa na anwa ụnụ atraịkwa na atraị a na-abafụ na apụtakwana fasị na ọsọ kwue n'igwe metụ anyị na ha na-enwe Yoruba nation ha na-eti mkpu ọma ruo ụbọchị anwa to everybody's greatest surprise ha nupụta gbam jee ebe ahụ ha bụ ha ga wee mee mmadụ na-eme na ha chọrọ Yoruba nation ike Naijiria gwuo ha na-eme ha na watch ya vidio ya watch ya otu esi wee gosi ha nwa niile ife ndị Nigerian polisi na amị medebe bụ ịpụta na-agba ha mmiri biko gbasasịanụ ọsụsọ ofu nwatakịrị ka asị dị 40 years ka asị na anụ ọnwụ ya a na-asị na stray bullet tụrụ ya but they did not come out to kill those people. Try ihe ahụ ha mere try ya na Igbo just ụmụ okorobịa Igbo pụta n'okwukwe na anyị chọrọ Igbo nation na-ekwuru na ụnụ ya emere ala ụbọchị dị otu a ụbọchị ahụ na-enulu pụta. I am telling you a ga-agba ụnụ pieces ozu mmadụ amadị less than 100 ga-atọgba ebe a. Gịnị bụ the difference? Difference bụ na ndị Yoruba mala na bịa elites ndị bụ ndị ọlụlụ n'okwu ga-akwụ ụmụ ha n'azụ and ha ga-anọgụ ife mekwa na ndị a mafa na emetịa mafa dị emetịa they will fight and protect their own. Kedu ife kpata na Fulani herdsmen na-awaghalị n'ọfịa na-aga n'obodo na-aslọta ndị mmadụ na-alụ na-egbuwasị ndị mmadụ isi? Gịnị kpata na wee luo tata na aka akpọrọ n'afa terrorist organization? Why? Because na ndị befa ma how to protect their own. Ị na-ekwasị gị rapụ na ụmụnne anyị amara our misguided brothers that we need to call them to order no nwayọ aghọta no our misdirected brothers. So kama federal gọọmenti ga-ekwu okwu megide ha ife aga na-ekwu bụ na si chọọlụfa cattle route ụzọ efifa ga-esi aga ọ bụ na fa mebie ịkọsịa rice kọsịa akpụ ha taa ya ewe n'iwe emesịa ka nye gị compensation. Even the government in the Bible is to defend them. Federal government has never come out to condemn the Fulani herdsmen. Why? Because Nandi Befanine Ufanazu. Then Boko Haram, get it go away before we declare Boko Haram terrorist organization. Ha make it the law, make it the book, take it over local government. Maybe before we protect today, they still protect their own. Oh yeah, but na-ejide ndị Boko Haram ejide ha edebefa na ofu facility then warfare na-enyefa bread na tea bido skuzibelfa akwụkwọ 6 months ga ekpopụtafa yinyefa uniform see ha foto wepụtara anyị na-ekiliefa ebe ha si uniform. Ndị Boko Haram ejide ndị a na-egbu mmadụ na-egbutọsị mmadụ asị na ederadicalize gofa then ekporo ụfọdụ imefa se ndị afọ obodo oyibo ka fajeje gụọ akwụkwọ ewerezo ndị ọzọ kpefa na Nigerian army si ha jee na amị ka jere n'ụbazọ ha adịgo mma na ha abụrọzi na ha echegharịgo otu a ka esi handle fa. The same Nigerian government jide ndị Ipob ede ndị Ipob anwụ ha zam anwụ ha na sel ndị akpọgburu akpọgbu ndị nri afọ ebe ya edebe n'apịtị atụghị ha n'ime apịtị ha na-atụrụkọ n'ime apịtị you dehumanize them, you mess them up, you do all manner of things to them, and then reason bụrụ na ndị elites ndị Igbo a na-akụrụ ndị federal gọọmenti agasa na ụnụ na try ụnụ anwa aka because the Igbo man does not know how to protect his own. He nwere values for ndị nkefa ndị ọzọ niile a na-eme ka m gosi gị na Bible, ka m gosi gị something na Bible. A na-ekwubughị ihe anụnwa mgbe anyị na-ele foundation for the kings of Israel, mana for the benefit of our viewers ndị adị eso eberela anyị n'oge, ka m gosi gị an event mee na obodo Israel. O nwere one man bụ onye a Levite, onye Levi. In fact, this story dị na Judges chapter 9 to 21. M ga-summarize ya. Now this man ka ekpozi anọ nwaanyị mana ọ concubine ka Bible kpọrọ ya, mana nwunye ya nwa anya adịrị ya ma ọ na-agba n'ilo, ọ na-eso ụmụ nwoke, so jee kwa iko die chọpụta, so die chụrụ ya be nna ya, o mesịa die like ya, so die after some days die wee jee ka o jee kpọnata ya, so die kpọnata ya ka ya na die izi wee na-anachi ya back ka ha na-aga chijibido fa n'ụzọ ebe fa chọrọ ịlalụ na Market Square. Ha na ebe anwa one man ji elu ugbo na n'abalị wee fa wesara ebe ụlọ dị very dangerous, ndị be anyị abụrụkwa ezigbo mmadụ bịanụ ka anyị jee na be m. So the man kpọlfa kwa wee jee na be the man, ruo na be the man ha bata, the man nye ha nri mago nye kamel fa nri and so on. O ruo n'abalị ụmụ okorobịa obodo anwa ndị Gibea ndị na Benjamin, ụmụ okorobịa obodo a wakpo the man sị na ịfụrụ nwoke na nwaanyị bata na be gị kpụpụta the man ka gosi gị na Judges chapter 19. Look at verse verse 24. Verse 22, sorry. Verse 22. Then verse 22. If the man has said, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, beat at the door, spoke to the master of the house, the old man, where say, bring forth the man that came into your house, that we may do what? That we may know him. Actually, Tinia, I be working man, I like working by actually where I go. What the man? I deny. This old man was saying, can you the man man? Exactly if a man and care lot na Sodom and Gomorrah. Can't you know when the wine could has an actual wine? When I work and work, I get in a little work, I get me a homotata. So everybody may see how done the argument. The man no where because him na wunyawa na akwata eko so na so work, so the man will package wunye kwapolofia say then wunye mo no my hono chali jeme na verse 25 and na Russia verse 25. So but the men will not hearken to him, so the man no way actually took his concubine na wunyawa say bob na like umwoke oya iko ngwa je ke kwa ka ha kwa gi ko ke kwa joy ka fatata, so on package wunye kwapolo ha wunye. And they brought her forth unto them, and they knew her. However, this girl and they abused her all the night. This girl throughout the night. Yeah, we do the woman. By the time that woman died. 1 year. So the man of verse 29. And when he was coming to the house, the man he took a knife, laid hold on his concubine, and divided her into 11 pieces, together with her bones into 12 pieces, and set her into all the coast of Israel. Into 12. O well side that Obugal Ndebo Ruben, well side that Bugalande, Ndobro Nebugal or Colfifer, Ndi Gibia or Benjamin Numeluni, and how the Munia Kopaboya or more Obugalande Judah, Bugalande Zebulon, de Naphtali, and so on and so forth. So when this seven does only have a Hawasimba, Nandi Belly Fab, Boaloka Fame, Nahame, in short. Israel ndị oke fani na wee meeting wee si ndị Benjamin ụnụ malụ ụmụaka mere ha ụmụazị akwalika asị kpọpụta fa na anyị ga-egbu ha na ha deserve ọnwụ n'ụdị ha ekwesịrị ka eme ya n'obodo Israel. Ịma the funny thing, ndị Benjamin wee sị fa cha ọ ya bebe na-aga asịrị na onwe dị nwaanyị ụlọ ga-emetụ aka ife melody mba mana mmadụ emetụta kacha. They protected their own, they shielded their own. N'agbanyeghị na ụmụazị abịala adama ndị mere ha agwa sons of Belial ụmụ ekwes ndị Benjamin Juna, we won't release them. Ya bụrụ nọ ndị Igbo, ya bụrụ nọ ndị Igbo. So everybody na-protect ifa ndị Israel ndị ọzọ wee sịfa ọ gwanụ na-akpọpụtara ụmụaka anyị anụso ụlọ gị ya nwebe 11 tribes ga-ejikọ aka wee bịa n'uso sụsọ 1 tribe of Benjamin. Ndị Benjamin ralụ kama anyị ga-akpọpụta ụmụaka n'uso na anyị ọgụ kwadonu ka anyị kwado. To our greatest surprise, ha wee baa ọgụ. N'ime na fa baa ọgụ anwa ọ bụrụ na watch ya na that battle verse 21, chapter 20, can go see him. The first round of that battle, Bible says, and the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah, and they destroyed it down to the ground of the Israelites that day. Madone, 22,000 men. Nigga want you. Ndi abu family alu. Hajuna fama mpoputa umu fa protect umu ha. 11 tribes were being used for continue to Chineke magazine if the Benjamin made the right for protecting their own children. God fought for them. Family Israel in a wound Israel 22,000. Now how do you reconcile that? In Israel, naturally, Simba Israel went around 2. 9 verse 23. Verse 23 was, and the children of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until evening. Now, sorry, Ghana verse 25. 25 was, and Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah the second day, was in Gibeah, and they destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel 18,000 men. All of them were people that were drawing the sword. Around 2. Benjamin Bukofa 18,000. If I call 18,000 plus 22,000 or the 40,000 Israel who's why? Each one the Benjamin is if I say now I now to protect our misdirected brethren. Why? Amari Hane me weje kwa iko kwa buo madu niko. No haka na no ga fight. I na fight for them. Obodo ni name how to fight for their own youths. Even now you should be so zealous to make a mistake. You will first of all if people you know chago dog but as any mono you will not go to well and then what they're putting our support to her. Oh godly haizia igagente. Mani put up publicly or fear garu to control them. That is exactly the situation I'm on here. And the equally story gather you will discover wisdom of God about an even Israel no how we decided kafa weta aja ka chu aja Gideon Benjamin came how do you bulletin how you believe bulletin.
Yes, this is a very, very true message for us at this time. If I now, this is a very, very true message. I wish this was in English language so that every Biafran will understand it, basically. But he spoke it in the language that he understands and that he can express himself very, very efficiently. If the Reverend Father, he knows English, so but he would not be able to really push the message across, especially the Igbo speaking tribe are the people he's directing this to, and this is where this nonsense is prevalent. They will never come out and support it their own. No. The enemy is rejoicing that your son is incarcerated. You are rejoicing that he is incarcerated. You have a problem. Protecting your own should be a fundamental thing. It should be in a DNA. But I don't know where our own DNA, I don't know where it comes from, to be honest. I'm going to open up the phone line and we're going to have a conversation. But like I said before, our conversation is going to be based on the clips that you've just heard. MJosh, not excluded, but they're not included, or could be included anyway. If you have anything to tell us about the musicians, I'll be very obliged to actually listen to it and to listen to you. Because they are doing us very well. Like I've told you before, I made a promise. I'm going to be able to contact as many of them as I can, especially those of them that have done our songs that has to, people that are wholeheartedly in the movement, in Biafra movement, even though they are not, I cannot say they are members of IPOB. No, they don't have to be. But when they say the truth, we know the truth, and the truth is something that we are subscribing for. They are telling the world about us and what is going on with us, and we'll be very, very glad. 984 + 1 929 406 9953. Yeah, taking a call this morning, and like I said before, we're going to talk about matters trending. Please no blame game at this drink today. If you want to call, just call and tell us what you think about what is going on around us and make suggestions, useful ones. Caller, good morning. I have the first caller coming on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi. I is your brother. I will be calling from UK. Mazi, I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate our leader, Biafrans worldwide. Biafrans worldwide. There is nobody that is going to rescue Mazi NNAMDI'S. It's we. It's we. We must rescue our leader. And Mazi, I want anybody that calls your radio station, let him not talk like a woman. Speak like a man. Even though if you're a woman that calls, speak like a man. Don't speak like a woman. Don't be down or start speaking in this shallow radio as if you are dying. No. Tell the word and tell the truth what they want to hear. Mazi, after listening to that tape you play about that our Reverend Kanu, after I hear that tape, I am telling Biafrans and lovers of freedom and the people who knows what we are doing to rescue ourselves from the danger we. If you after listening to that man, after listening to that our Reverend Father, then if you see any saboteur, be your mother, be your father, be your nephew, your concubine, if you see anybody show saboteur, if you see, don't be afraid to cut off the idiot's head. Don't normally show saboteur. You hear no saboteur. You know where you know who to call. You man dey for that idiot. Mazi, the reason why I was calling is that our leader must be free. Mazi NNAMDI'S must be free. And like I said, we are going to start telling the international community, and I have made it clear to Britain. I have made it clear to number down free. Tell Britain government that if no brokers in Nigeria today, they should hold Britain responsible. Yes, we have made it clear to them. If no broker there today, they should hold them responsible. Mazi?
Yes.
One thing again, man, to do is this. Okay, my hair. You see, one thing again I want to say is this Abba Kyari. You see this Abba Kyari. Case will never go. IPOB will take you to the highest level. You know why? Abba Kyari has killed no less than 15,000 Biafrans in the State.
Yes.
This Abba Kyari. This Abba Kyari we are seeing now. Abba Kyari has murdered sleep in our land. Abba Kyari was the one responsible for burning our people's house, training them up, killing them, doing all sorts of manner of things against our people. Mazi, Abba Kyari comes from Broni, where ISWAP and Boko Haram have taken over the whole local government. But you know what? Somebody was saying, but why did this Abba Kyari come from Broni? Even an Hausa man who was talking to us said, can't we reason why is it that Abba Kyari come from Broni, where Boko Haram is killing everybody, but it's in Imo State killing it's an Hausa man telling this thing in our radio. I know. And the guy go on and said that the reason why they send him there because he related to Boko Haram. They know him. They send him to reduce our population so that anytime they will attack us, there will be nobody to defend us. It's an Hausa man saying this. That they know what they are doing. Abba Kyari comes from where Boko Haram are taking the whole local government. But why they did say it's a super cop, right? A super cop, a liberty cop is both. But Abba Kyari, why is he not going to where Boko Haram in his own state? Abba Kyari is building multi-million house in where he comes from. Abba Kyari is deceiving Nigeria that is a super cop. Mazi, the FBI have never released what Abba Kyari. What they are doing is just to make sure he can first, then they will release all the whole thing that Abba Kyari is something. Look at the man that Abba Kyari took 40 million. Abba Kyari picked 40 million from an innocent businessman. Okay, talk about it. Have you know how many businessmen Abba Kyari has killed? We don't know how to protect our own. Only what we do is to kill ourselves. But how has NNAMDI'S come? Why will we do sometimes? And I am calling on Biafrans. Ali no Nyama, boycott his airline. Mazi, there is something the Europeans always do. If our people are the same, if you want to cripple somebody, you boycott or younger, that person will come to the state. Somewhere we are boycotting the zoo on the night. If they don't release our leader, on the night, Biafra will be post time, and if you come out, maybe Medragra, again that is saboteur. Abba Kyari have mother sleep. Go and look at what NNAMDI'S they write about you. They knew, but what I'm asking NNAMDI'S, why you know all these things? Why not even raise the issue on the House of Parliament? Raise more that Abba Kyari has been killing Igbo youth. I thank you, appreciate you for the words you have been saying. There, I appreciate you. But that most important, all you go do, at least you debate to go there in the House of Assembly, the whole world are here. The whole world could have seen here in a record, as you've been telling other ones, as you've been saying, everybody is saying other ones. It's on record. You should have raised this alarm. Abba Kyari is responsible for the cops you see in Matuare, in Owerri today. But anywhere you see, even Abba Kyari is responsible of that 7,000 police they find in China. Why? If Nigeria is not a demon country.
Thank you.
Where on earth do you see such a thing? A whole country alert the whole world that there's a container from Nigeria about 7,000 police are the intercept in China. If it's a native land, if Nigeria is not a demon country, they should have debated in the House of Assembly. What a minute. What is this we are hearing? But did you hear it in the Assembly today, in the House of Assembly? No, because it's Biafrans they kill.
It's all right, thank you. Let's go.
Mazi, before I drop, I am asking our people to boycott NNAMDI'S. It is boycott it.
Yes.
Actually, that now these people, my come on, why? But let me ask you, if Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu, if you don't release Mazi, we are not going to ask you again what Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu, because we have already said already. The whole world is about to see what I told is meant for. Mazi, thank you for giving me support.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're still taking calls. I go with you on the NNAMDI'S. Yes, any of the you have to attack them economically. You're not attacking him physically to destroy him. No, attack his business. Then they will sit down and start thinking, because the Reverend Father have said something here that's very important. Why? Then you can blame the person. The American woman does it very well. I came to this country. When I first came, those days I lived in Brooklyn. There was always news about kids doing something in school and all that. Their mother will come out. My son is not like that. No matter what, he's a first-class student. He goes to school. He this. Even if in the end he discover or somebody who has not gone to school, a crime guy that lives in the street and all that, but at least his parents will defend him. Then when they get home, they blame him. The enemy is rejoicing, we are rejoicing. And then eventually you are doing business with us, and you tell them that we are your children. It's not going to work anymore. We have outgrown that. From now on, all of them, if you don't participate in what we are doing, we are going to, even if we're not doing it well, and you think we're not doing it well, it's your right. But if you make it public, then it's a problem, because it happens everywhere in families. That's even your own wife. Maybe she's doing something on the outside. She's quarreling outside, and you'll be there, you support her. But when you get home, say, honey, listen, what you did was wrong. You don't go to there where she's facing an enemy, and then you are supposed to be the backup support. You come in there and want to go against what she's doing. That's not right. That is not right at all. I have a call. Let me take this one. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome to the program.
Good morning, sir. Yes. My name is Mazi, my man Ugonye Jaka, and I am calling from the United States of America. I reside here in Washington, D.C. I'm from Amibo. Amibo in Olo. Amibo is the home of the Tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja of Opobo. Mazi, thank you for all the good job you do for Biafra, and I thank God Almighty for Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu. Yes. As I was looking through the news now this morning, then I saw what they did in Olo.
Yes.
I was started asking myself, what is it that is happening in Imo State? Because the police and the army, why are they burning people's property? What does the property of people have to do with what is going on with the police and army? And then all our politicians, they are looking and they are seeing it. If police is going after the people they feel that are attacking them, that is something different. But going and burning people's property, destroying people's livelihood, is that the best thing to do? Have you seen where it is done in this world? So this is the reason why I am telling all the Biafrans and all the Ibos, for them to know that definitely that there is a concocted way that they want to, exterminate us. All the, whatever Nigeria wants to do.
What's up with your line? Oh boy. Your line is still open. What's happening?
I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead. Because I wasn't hearing.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Wasn't hearing.
Okay. Yes. No. What I am saying now is that it is so unfortunate. It is so unfortunate. What is going on? I can't imagine that the same place you call your country, that is the same place that you call your country that is Nigeria. What they are doing is just to see how you're going to be very poor. And that is what it is. Our politicians better wake up to know that this is not about IPOB. This is about our existence. And this is about our survival in this world. That is what it is. It's not that we just started saying, okay, we want to agitate. No. Look at all the things I've been doing. It is against us. And it's not going to be only here in this our generation. This is the way they have programmed it, and their intention is just to exterminate us. Let everybody know that this is not all these politics we are playing. They say, oh, we are not doing it right, you're doing it right. No matter whatever you do, then you're going to be killed. All these people that are being killed, all these children that are being killed, even in River State, everywhere, they are killing. Imo State, they are killing our youth. Our youth are disappearing every day. They are kidnapping our youth. And then, where else have you seen this thing done? Have you seen it done in Yoruba land? Have you seen it done in Hausa land? If you go to all the jails, all the prisons in that country, all our youth are in the prison and they are languishing in the prison. And that is the problem. And this our elders, then they think that it is a business of politics. Our politicians think that this is a business of APC and PDP. This is not what it is. So listen, guys, you have to step up. If you don't step up, you are going to be a victim. Look at now, how can you imagine that these people that their stores were born, how are they going to start surviving? They have children, they have women, elderly people they are going to take care of, and they have their family. So how are they going to take care of their family? When their stores have been burned, everything will destroy. Now they're going to start again from beginning. So this is what we are talking about. And for those people that think, oh, well, it's a IPOB problem, we don't want trouble will surely come to you whether you like it or not. Go ahead and be playing this game. You think that you are playing game because we are troublemakers. We are not. We see what you have not seen. And what you are fighting is for your survival. Either you step up and then join this program to tell them that we can never stay and live in this world and then be a slave in our country. It can never be. This is what NNAMDI Kanu, the reason why NNAMDI Kanu is in the jail. NNAMDI Kanu is the only person that understands. Because NNAMDI don't want to compromise himself with the money or the bribe they are giving to him. They get many bribes they can give him and he refused. This is the reason why they are upset. And then they put him in jail and then we are still bickering, talking nonsense, when we have to do everything we have to do. So I am calling out for you. Believe me, on the 8th of August is when they say that we have to sit at home. And that is only first time. If we sit at home and nothing change, we are coming out on the streets and all of us will be ready to die. That is what is it. Believe me, they're not going to kill all of us at the same time. But definitely we're going to get what we want. And what we want is to release NNAMDI Kanu unconditionally. This is what we want. Release NNAMDI Kanu unconditionally because that man did not do anything. And for Britain, but listen, we know definitely what your plans are. We know what your plans are. The genocide that was committed against Biafra, nobody said anything about it up to today. British people, they cover it up. The whole world, they act as if no genocide happened. And now all the things that is happening, we think that we're going to forget. We cannot forget because it's something that is going to happen forever. Because our children will never forget, and we will never forget. And we will continue to fight this Biafra liberation until Biafra is liberated. Mazi, thank you and God bless you.
God bless you. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. Talk about Britain. We know their game. We know the game they are playing. They are responsible for everything that is happening to us today, but they will fail. They already failed. Believe me sincerely, what they are doing is just temporal, whatever. We know, because when I watched that woman, that Katrina Lang or whatever is her name, when she came into channels and Dr. Bate, the moderator, asked her a question, she didn't expect that the question of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to come. You could just watch her body language. It's like she was taken unaware. You can see the hate in that woman. She does not like us, and we know she doesn't like, and we don't like her either. If something happens to our leader, they will know that we don't like her. It's not a threat. It's a reality. Because we can't sit down there and fold our hands. In the 70s, they were the one that masterminded killing our children. Today they want to push what they did to Nnamdi, what they are doing to our leader today is because they couldn't do it in Britain, because the world was going to say, what are you doing? Even their own citizens are going to cry against it. No. What did they do? They connived with Kenya to abduct our leader. Don't you see, as soon as this is done with Boris, whatever their prime minister, whatever is his name, they're going to have a meeting with Kenya. In other words, they're going to congratulate them, tap them on the back, say, job well done. We know these things, but you will see it. Don't forget, we live we're all over the world. Let something happen to our leader. Because this is exactly the same thing that you are doing today. You can't even speak in your own country because the Muslims have taken over some part of your nation. The Indians have taken up the other ones. The word great is ended. It's over. You should know it. Just accept it and stop fooling yourself. You are no more Great Britain. There's nothing great about you. There's nothing great about the evil that men do lives after them. You have brought this evil on yourself, and it's not too late for you to think, to use your brain. You think we are stupid? We are not stupid. This is an end game you're playing. I remember this very clearly many years ago. In fact, before I even become a member of IPOB, they were talking on radio. I had somewhere, I was doing Uber, and I had somebody at the back of the car, and Radio Biafra was on. I wanted to turn it off. The man said, no, let it play. And I allowed him. At the end, before he dropped out, I said, you know something? What you guys are doing is correct, but you know your problem is Great Britain. They are the ones holding you, not Nigeria. Nigeria is not holding you. It is them. Because they are so afraid that if you go, they're going to lose. For them, it's a big market. They are trying to protect their business, and that is why we're going to fight to make sure that economy that they are trying to protect, we shall go after the multinationals. It's not going to end here. After the ghost town thing and it doesn't work, you don't leave our leader, we're going to hit the street. There's nothing you're going to do. We're going to make sure that none of you do business there until you release our leader. It's a promise. You know, if you don't behave like in our tradition, if you are the first son and you don't behave like a drunkard and senseless person, nobody's going to give you a wife. It's only when you start embarrassing them that will say, you know something, it's time for us to get him a wife so he can cool down. We are going to behave like them to get what we want. We have been quiet. We have been very, 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 very extremely quiet, extremely disciplined. We are just children that have obeyed the law here, left, right, and center. And you think you're going to take us for granted? Let us watch and see what happens. I have a call on straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, my brother. Like it.
Oh, welcome to the program, Rastaman.
Yes, very much. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, well.
My brother, African, and all the IPOB. I'm not one to greeting because greeting all this greeting. And Nnamdi Kanu, not the house. You know, they with us. Any greeting, I no greeting from today for anybody. That's why I say I no greet anybody because our leader not there for Biafra, not there for free for your own house, not there for IPOB. No. My brother Peter, I'm asked since that day any message to hear about our lawyer Ejiofor say about our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Any message, any news to know about how he did, not the one me I consigned. My brother, I asked the question of our leader, our lawyer, any person, the family of our leader Nnamdi Kanu. No, to hear about how The place Nnamdi Kanu dey no be the house, and I'm not happy. My brother, I'm not happy. I hear everything about for the 9th. Everybody prepare for that one. My brother, Peter, and they ask question and also any person here about him, the one me I need now. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you very much, Rasta. Your question is very valuable, and what I know is that the last time our lawyer spoke, he said something about he's being refused to see him. He's not been able to see him. So, but we have entered a new week. I think that was on Thursday. He has not refuted anything, but he has already applied to the judge to inform the judge about what is happening. The truth is that we have a date for us to lock down, and that date is coming. If our leader is not released before that date, we are going to lock down, and we're going to progress from there, and it's not going to be easy for anybody. So we are going to get ourselves ready for actually the lockdown, because this nonsense is enough. It's time that we let these people understand. The British people are our problem. Great Britain, they are the problem that we have. I did not want to believe this before, but I wanted to have enough evidence. When you look at that woman's interview on channel, you will discover that Umaru Diko was taken from London. Health went loose. I was aware of that. We're all aware of that in this same Buhari administration. And finally, some people went to jail for that. The same thing is done in Kenya, which is organized by the British government. They are the ones that are doing all this. We know. We are not stupid. Because if this was not their organization by now, they will not let that man be there. They wouldn't let our leader be where he is today. They're trying to kill him, but you know something? Chukwukika Abiyama cannot let them do it. God will take away all the people that want to kill Nnamdi Kanu before their own time. Let them go. Let them take it to the bank. It is the truth. No matter what you plan against him, as soon as your plan is in there, you are going to go for it. Something is going to happen to you that will take you out of that plan. There is no way you can succeed, and we know that very, very well, that our leader, there's nothing is going to happen to him. So let's keep our fingers crossed and still wait. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, Ike Peters. Good morning. Nadogi, calling you from Texas.
Welcome to the program.
Dalo, sir.
Dalo.
Yes, sir. Dalo. The reason why I'm contributing this morning is about the sit at home.
Yes.
And I was privileged to, one of my children in his school had a boy that he was fond of.
Yes.
And make long story short, we had to go pick the young man to come for a sleepover. When I got to this young man's house, the house they lived in was a bacha that no human being would ever live in Nigeria.
Yes.
No utility, no electricity. They don't even have sewage to use the restroom.
Yes.
So the purpose of telling you this little story is, despite that both of them live in the same community, but the other boy doesn't have the privilege of having electricity and water and all of that.
Yes.
Both of them attend the same school, the same public school that is free education. They have the same teacher and they are given the same opportunity in life.
Yes.
So going forward in 15 years, he would have an opportunity to be whoever he wants to be. So I'm talking to all mothers, whether you're in Biafran land or wherever you are. You want to have your son or child to be able to attend the same school that the president's children would go to.
Yes.
There won't be any reason for paying school fees and make it so expensive that children like my children will not be able to attend the same school. This is it. We have our mouthpiece. Radio Biafra is our mouthpiece. Now is our opportunity. If we have to lock down for a whole year to make Nigeria, Britain really, because Nigeria, like you just stated, is not our problem.
Yes.
If we are living in Nigeria and we are paying VAT for Queen in England, we have to stand up. You're paying for VAT and it just increased it from 5% to 7.5%. And this is just to say a little, and other things that they marginalize us from. You're paying for the Queen to live a lifestyle. And then secondly, you sell your property, you would get a loan, you send your children to go study abroad, they come home, they go to hang out with their friends, and Fulani policemen will kill our children and waste, all of your love and let's set money apart. But the child is gone, and nobody is doing anything about it. And now, in an era of police people destroying houses, we cannot sit on the side. Nobody will rescue us but ourselves. On that night, every of my affair on that night, I already told everybody that everything about me. You must sit down at home. Yes. The only way we can get these people is crush them economically.
That's right.
If we can rewind, if you all can remember Abiola period, the only reason why Nigeria turned around was everything short. And unfortunately, my grandmother died because there was no hospital during that period. But it's okay, but because things got a bit, I'm not happy that my grandmother died, but it was okay that things got a bit better. So for all...
This is Pastor Jack on the line, calling from my location. Good morning, Biafrans and lovers of freedom all around the world, wherever you're listening. Just want to add my voice this morning. Yes, we know that British is UK is coming from Biafra land. Their capital budget, the project they execute, the money, bulk of the money is coming from Biafra land. Because when they say that they produce 2 million barrels of oil per day in Nigeria, that means they must have produced 100 and something million per barrel per day. And they will officially tell you that it is 2 million barrels per day. You check every year, it doesn't change. Instead of it to increase, it decreases. That is why they are stealing. They give to Fulani people whatever thing they want to give to them. Because it is a bargain. You will take your eyes off because of course the Fulani man do not understand anything. They are full of mediocrity. So the British will take the bulk of oil, take it out there. They will go and refine, and the stupid Nigeria will still go and import one product out of the many products that have taken out of the contraction. Now look at the burning of houses, hotel in Omotanze, perpetrated by police and military. But BBC is reporting that it is hoodlum. Even though Punch and other national dailies has reported that it was police and army, BBC is reporting that they are hoodlums that burn the places. Was it not what they were asked to do? That is why anywhere you see all these BBC people, anything you want to do to them, you must have to do to them. You see BBC, Igbo, whatsoever, in our land, anything you have to do to them, you must have to do to them. Whosoever I swear that is working with this enemy, that has any product whatsoever he's dealing with entire Biafra, we must boycott that person entirely. We will reject anything that a person sell or any business. If it's a transport, we will boycott it. Any form of thing the person does, we will boycott it totally. It's very, very important. Talking about Abba Kyari, they are running head skater. Have you forgotten that Abba Kyari was a leader in SARS? They disbanded the so-called disbanded SARS. Don't you think Abba Kyari may be in charge of that penises they caught and were exporting to China that were intercepted? Don't you think that he was the one arranging all these things, and the politicians and the Nigerian government are backing him? You know why they are dragging their foot? Because when that criminal go to FBI, he will mention many of them. He will sing. Many of them are shivering because they know they will mention them. That is why they started speaking with the two sides of their mouth. Say they are calling for due process. Which due process? A criminal that have killed many people, duped and extorted many people, burn houses, destroy property worth of millions, and they are supporting him. We must make sure we tighten Biafra land, lock it down in total. Any person that want to dare this order we have us to contend with. Enough of this nonsense. This is the time. If we are dying, let us die at once. But you know what? You must be compelled to release our leader, and see we no longer call for referendum. He will give us that Biafra at all costs. Mazi, Dr. Adpida, let me drop here. Thank you and God bless Biafra.
God bless you. God bless all of us. Thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. And like I said before, the British is the problem, and they are going to see. For Abba Kyari, is not important because I know that FBI will take him no matter what he does. He can fly, he can jump, he can ride over. He's never going to succeed. They're going to take him. They have indicted him already. He must go there. If he's innocent, why is he afraid to go to the United States? Go there and defend yourself. And the people that are trying to jump up and down, they cannot indict him. They are looking into it, they investigate him because they are afraid. It's very simple. They are afraid that when the man goes there, all of them are going to get involved because it's a high crime that they are committing. They are pack of people. It's a crime that's a lot of. There's no way you can tell me that one person can become the king like that without. It's not even the IG of police, even though he's high up there. So the people that are supporting are the people in government, the politicians. He's going to bring all of them out. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, I've said it before and I'm saying it again. His safest heaven, the safest place for him is to turn himself into Interpol, come to the United States and get protected, because over there they are going to kill you.